Rosa is a commoner that no one understands, pulled in two directions by the shipping whims of fans, chased through trees and mountaintops from the academy, because they tell her that she's special from the very start, because apparently she has some new powers, random new powers. Leaves must grow, let the magic flow. New powers, random new powers, healing harm, setting farm, zero calms, gosh darn, quick fix, pick and mix, root shrink, didn't think, flower blooms, poison tomb, great boons, soil tombs. New powers, random new powers, because this is the plot for now, it's Rosa's new powers. I forgot to, gosh darn, I had that whole timed out, I forgot to press the button, here we go. Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking. Sometimes you just think of something, you put in the description, and you know that no one's going to point it out, so you just have to perform it yourself. I'm pretty sure I've done that joke before with some other video, but I forgot which one it was and where that was, so there you go. We have it again, pretend it's the first time. But yes, ultimately we are back with Royale Fairy Academy today, with a fairy story this time, which I thought the entire thing was a fairy story, but the title specifies that this is in fact a fairy story. I guess I was mistaken beforehand. Shows what I know about this series. Then again, it does seem to baffle everyone a lot, and if you couldn't tell from that little bit of a recap there, the story has changed significantly, and ultimately there is another thing that I didn't mention last time, that we met Rosa's childhood friend, the only friend who is a boy that she has had apparently, and which was significant because apparently hearing boys' names is too much. I have no idea. Also, yes, hi Tree Pop. Okay, you go ahead and rest. I know you want Angel Pops today, so fair enough. But yeah, forgot to mention that he's not too significant as of yet, but it seems like it's an attempt to create another vertex to this to what was up until now a love triangle, or I guess love square if you count pink in the mix of things, being interested in some of them. I don't know. Basically, to make it more complicated, Midsummer Night's Dream, which you know, can go one of two ways. And considering this series, I think I know which way it is, which way it will go. But we can only guess. Maybe now with a fairy story, now that it's about the thing that it promised in the first place, it's going to deliver, or it's going to, you know, pick up from here and get back on, I say get back on track, I guess resume its new track? I have no idea. But yeah. Oh, I accidentally pulled out my camera. That was not good. I nudged the cable. I'm still here, don't worry about that. Let's just introduce the guest in the meantime. I was getting to that. Bond, distract people while I try to fix whatever just happened here.
Don't worry, guys. One of us can have a camera at least. Don't worry, guys. I got it. Guys, I got it. Guys, I'm helping. Guys.
Okay.
How is everyone doing today? Is it bad that I haven't seen a single episode of this? Oh, okay. Good. We're balanced.
It's probably a good thing for you, but maybe you might be a little more lost than everyone else already is, considering the plot of this series.
Well, like, I wanted to, like, normally when I'm joining a stream for a series that I haven't seen, I normally watch the earlier reviews leading up to it, but it was just, the pick was so last minute I didn't have time.
Oh, well, yeah, of course. That, like, watching the reviews of it is quite the endeavor.
Oh, did I say reviews?
Episode 8.
My mistake. I meant the episodes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
Still
all of them
a
are
fair
like
amount of
15
time.
minutes long, yeah. And there's like 7 of them leading up to this.
Yeah. Normally, if I remember to, I rewatch the episode that I watched prior, so, you know, because I've already got some background knowledge. But basically, yeah, this story is, well, it started off as the titular Royale Fairy Academy, also known as Royal Fairy Academy, but spelt wrong, so I keep calling it Royale on purpose because I'm petty. They opened up their doors. They were looking for, I believe it was one commoner student, I think, or they had like some celebration there. The academy moved around, I believe, and it was coming to this one particular city, and because of
A
that, there was like a whole
traveling
reception thing.
academy. That's so weird.
You would think, but I guess considering the nature of them all being fairies, I suppose. Or maybe I'm remembering that wrong. At least the queen, at least I guess the main queen, because they're all royals, but I guess the queen of queens. I don't know how that really works.
But who's the queen of the queen of the queens? Have we considered that?
I don't believe so.
I'm asking the real questions here. I'm asking the good questions.
Yeah, it does remind me of there's a particular series here. I think it's Italian. I think it's Italian in origin, but it's quite popular in Spain, called Geronimo Stilton, and it's about like a world of like sentient mice.
Oh yes, I love Geronimo Stilton. I
Okay,
watched.
fair enough.
What am I saying? Watched. I read that all the time growing up.
Yeah, fair enough. My mum actually used to read those books, but so she could learn Spanish, because it was obviously books designed for kids and much easier to pick up if you're trying to pick up language for the first time. But yeah, basically, there's like a spin-off of that where they did like a one-off thing at one point, Geronimo Stilton in the Kingdom of Fantasy or something like that, and that ended up getting really popular.
Yes!
So they did, like, more and more. So
yes, that was my favorite.
Okay, good. So I like them too. I only read up to the fourth one, and that's why I think I moved away. And then they kept on making more. They have like 16 of them or something.
I've gotten up to 11.
Oh, fair enough. Well, in that case, you might remember.
They're so addictive.
Okay, you might remember this particular aspect of the books then.
Oh boy.
Which is that the first character that they actually meet, like the first door, the first realm of the Kingdom of Fantasy in the first one.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
Well,
don't count on me.
Her name in Spanish was Brujaxa, but I think that's probably a translation of some kind. But basically, she was the queen of witches. Fairly standard stuff up to that point. A little bit of a reference to Hades and Persephone, with the fact that if you ate anything in that realm, you could never leave it. You move on at that point, and then she chases Geronimo down and whatever in the first one. Then I think we get to the fourth one, and I guess it's a bit of a sign they're running out of villain concepts already. They had again Vermelia, was name in Spanish, who was the queen of the queens of witches, even though there was only one queen of witches.
Yeah, but this is like the queen of the queens, Ooh.
I
Spooky.
guess so. Yeah. Fun fact for anyone who's into the Jacob Butter deep lore, there was a video trailer that I did back in the day for Minecraft roleplay that never came to exist, called the Meadows of Meraviel. Meraviel was an acronym of Vermelia, which was what we found out at the end of the book was her actual name. So there you go. No one was that video, and for good reason. I had no concept for that series. Anyway, so that's what this reminded me of. But yeah, so the Queen of Queens essentially invites because Rosabella is a florist, and so she takes flowers to the queen for some interaction with like the princess, who's the typical Chloe bourgeois style bully character. Eventually, because of that, she ends up getting admitted into the academy, and there's also a whole thing with the fact that she like met one of the prince characters again. They're all royals, so it's a prince character.
No, Royale.
Well, they're
easily
all royals,
confused.
but they go to Royale Fairy Academy. Yeah, we never see the word royal spelled out, so until further notice. Yeah, well,
Royale until proven royal, I say.
I suppose so. Yeah, I guess Prince Adrian, one of the Royales. Again, just to cement the miraculous comparison. And at one point I had to like hide inside of the florist shops. They had like a bit of a back and forth. She also meets Prince Eric during that time, so whole love triangle thing that goes on as time goes by. And with a couple of shenanigans here and there in the other episodes, it seemed to reach kind of a point where it's like, okay, where do we go from here? Well, the answer is that we reveal that the reason the queen needed flowers in the first place was the fact that the flowers in the Flower Kingdom were dying out, and so at a visiting school trip, they actually say like, oh, that's why Rosabella was here in the first place, as in like that's why by coincidence she was actually there. Turns out, when they went to the Flower Kingdom, she has the power to heal these particular crops, and not only that, but also in the last episode, with no context, she just got chased by, I don't know, this random, there's this random archer who turns out to be like sent from like this realm called like the Azurans or something, who are tracking her down because they know of her powers, even though no one knew of her powers. So how they find out, I don't know about that. And they And so now it seems that we've gone from we've done one of my least favorite things in storytelling, which is we went from a character who seemed to be like the everyday person, essentially proving themselves through like their own attributes and ingenuities, to, oh wait, you have a destiny the whole time, great, you were a chosen one, fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, she healed up these particular like roots that were that only grew in the realm of the people who are banished from all the kingdoms or something. The Azurans, I think they're called. And they're the ones who are also after her, so I guess we're going to find out now in a fairy story what the continuation of that is. There you go.
Thanks for the recap. I think I'm still just as lost, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'm here for the vibes. I'm not here. I'm not here for
and
the
you're
story.
not the only one, because I've ignored the other guest in the chat right now because we were talking over. But yes, welcome, Aiden.
You know, I was gonna say during your recap, the opening scene of last episode was confusing. That was like the weird chase scene that you mentioned.
Yes.
Like that opening scene, I still don't understand. Like, is that the future, the past?
Yes,
like, that's not the present. When did this happen in the timeline? When does this happen? Like, it's such a weird opening scene that doesn't connect to the episode. Normally, when you have like a fast forward opening scene, you normally, at least by the end of the episode, that flash forward you gets at least teased at the end of whenever you see the flash forward.
Yeah,
of that episode. It's like, oh, that's why we end up here in the very beginning of the episode. It's like, oh, I wonder how I got in this situation. Well, you see. Woo!
Okay, yeah. So for context, for context, the issue with the last episode, the way it opens up is that
she's being chased in like this 3D.
She gets shot by with an arrow. Well, not like an arrow.
Also, there is static, Jacob. Just on your end.
No, yeah, I think BB mentioned that before. I'm not sure where that is because I don't know if I've changed my settings or something. I don't know.
Just thought I'd tell you verbally.
Yeah, I could try and dim it down a little bit. But
I'm Canadian. I didn't want to interrupt.
Your Canadian-ness.
I mean, that's fair. I did read the private chat. Just didn't want to necessarily bring up and derail because again, I'm not sure how to fix that. But yeah, got put up on the button bunch too. Hope it's not too distracting.
Well, I am wearing headphones, and it's really loud in the headphones, so I'll just take out the headphones. And
oh no, it's fine.
I won't have to derail.
I can turn down like the gain on my end, so a little bit further down.
That definitely got rid of it. It's just you're quiet now. I can't hear it at all personally, but I can hear you through the headphones. I don't know about chat though.
Oh, when you're the static. Okay, fine. I thought I was going. Oh yeah, I was going to explain the chase scene. So yeah, the arrow gets shot. Seems like it was from like a ground level, but then she starts running across like several different landscapes, trying to show off the new like conversion to 3D. And then flies up to a mountain where the person was. And then they face off, but then nothing actually happens. It cuts away, and then we get like a thing with oh wait, this is where we feel like, sire, we have reports that the Azurans have infiltrated and looking for someone who's said to be a florist. It's like, oh, I wonder who that's going to be. All right. Yeah, people are saying can slightly hear me, so I'm gonna try.
Yeah, because we have to find that happy medium, right? Because while I'm straining to hear you, I get jump scared every time Aiden clicks his keyboard because he's so loud compared to you.
Why? I'm not loud, maybe.
Well, you compared to him, you're loud.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
I'm straining my ears trying to hear what Jacob is saying, and then all of a sudden I hear the click click, and I'm like, oh jeez.
Click click.
I'm gonna see if turning down the gain but turning up the volume helps.
No.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem like we can fix it as of right now. Like, I didn't want to derail it. I mean, if this is the best we're gonna get, then we're just gonna have to live with
Yeah,
that. That is
you know.
perfectly fine. I was just wondering if there was anything you could do.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, now it's nice.
No worries.
Powering. Okay, well, I'll
It sounds the same
normally-
as before. It sounds the same as
turning
before.
down the normally turning down the gain decreases static. These are the
It
points
sounds the
of
same as
okay.
before to me.
Anyways, though, about the opening scene last episode, did we finish that thought?
Yes, the opening
Yes,
scene of the
I
last
just-
episode.
yeah.
I can relate to this.
No.
I know what happened.
Yeah, no, but in general, the opening scene of last episode made no sense to me, and that
Yes,
was a
me
really bad
neither.
opening.
Yes. Oh,
Were you there for that?
Wait
I
a
thought you were
second.
here for the last stream.
wait a second. No, never mind. So the static
Oh,
stopped for a second.
I'm just switching. No, I'm just switching.
No, I
microphone
heard it
settings.
stop. I heard it stop.
No, I know because I switched like the microphone on the USB camera, and I didn't
Oh,
speak through
I
it because
see.
I knew that was going to be terrible.
No, Aiden, I was not here. I can't hear you. I
Oh.
can't hear you.
Exactly.
Yes, I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was not here for the last episode. In fact, I was not here for any of the episodes, which is what I was saying before you joined.
You weren't? Dang. This series is trash, by the way.
That's nothing new to me.
Well, the thing is, like, the quality, like, at least animation-wise, isn't bad most of the time. But, like,
Okay.
the writing is bad. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, the Music Freaks, for example, has problems. But honestly, the Music Freaks is, like, perfectly written compared to this. Like,
Whoa,
there are no flaws in the Music
That's a
Freaks compared
really
to
low
this.
bar, dude. How bad is it?
It's real bad, okay? This show is
Well,
real bad.
I've seen, like, don't get me wrong, I have seen snippets, like, I have joined streams briefly, like, I feel like the only episode I saw was episode 6 with the ball. I was on vacation that day, and I was quickly stopping by just to say hello. And I did see the animation style. It reminds me a lot of When Winter Comes. It looks like live 2D, but the writing I do not know anything about, so I guess I will see firsthand how bad it is.
The
If you're saying
story's
it's
a mess.
if you're saying that the Music Freaks is perfect compared to this must be the worst thing you have ever seen.
By the way,
Okay, well, I've seen worse. I've seen Taming the Bad I've seen Taming the Bad Boy. I've seen worse.
But by the way, I love how whenever we compare Secrets of the Plex to the Music Freaks, it's a huge honor. But when we compare anything else to the Music Freaks, it's a downgrade.
Hey, Secret of the Plex is cool. I get confused with the
I
story
know,
sometimes,
I'm saying
but it's
from, like,
cool.
Bond's reactions. That wasn't what I was getting at.
Stop complimenting my series while I'm here. At least do it behind my back or something. I don't know. This just makes me
There we go,
uncomfortable.
And now you take it as a compliment, despite the fact that moments ago you just said the Music Freaks was not a high bar.
I mean, I like the Music Freaks. It's a
I'm-
flawed
I'm-
show. It's flawed.
I'm fine with
but,
the
you know.
Music Freaks. I don't know what to do when people compliment my stuff. I'm like, okay, now what do I do? Guys, okay, yeah, anyways. Can we talk about something bad now, please? I freeze. I'm like a deer in headlights. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That's why I always say to criticize it, because I don't know what to do if you compliment it.
It's like, I can handle insults by compliments? Oh no.
Jacob finally finds my kryptonite. It's not swooning or a weird voice that'll activate someone. No, it's complimenting my series. That'll get me all panicked.
I think it's just as important to bring some positive things to light as the negative ones, because you need to know what you're doing well as things that you're doing wrong, or opinion based, but you know what I mean.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Speaking of things you're doing wrong, shall we continue with the episode?
We'll start the episode.
Yeah, that's we'll start the episode.
Segway!
Segues, they're good for
Yeah,
me
start
and
with the
you.
episode.
Segues. Next time, segue through.
Beautiful. 10 out of 10. If I could compare this to Music Freaks would be a complete disaster compared to that.
I know, right?
This is original.
What?
That skirt is so flat.
For now, at least. We'll see if it moves in a second.
Nope.
It kind of moves ish. Oh.
See,
I do kind of like the expressive animation.
If these guys can fly, why are their doors like the height of a human? If they can fly, should doors be as long as the walls?
Or like the doors would at least be a lot higher if they could fly.
Right, because the whole reason why doors are this height is so that people who are on the ground walking can go through them. But if the constant motion for fairies is flying, why would the door be so narrow? I mean, you're getting you have to practically dive to get through this door. It's like Indiana Jones every time you're going through a doorway.
You know what would be cool though?
It's part of like the disability regulations in this world. Like if someone physically can't fly for some reason, then
you know what'd be cool though? If the school at the school like in each classroom like has like a skylight or like a sky door or whatever, like a little hatch that like fly out from the top.
That's cool, but the problem with that is when the sun is in the sky and they are trying to exit through the sky dome and the sun is right there. The sun's gonna be in their eyes the whole time.
They're magical fairies. They're fine. I'm sure they're going.
I see. Maybe. I guess quote magical fairies just circumvent the whole idea of sun in the eyes, right?
Sunglasses they put on before they leave the room.
I've always wondered about that. Like, you think of birds and anything that flies, and I guess fairies in this case, like, are they just, like, completely, like, they can't get sunburnt, or they can't get sun in their eyes or anything like that? Because they are way closer to the sun than any of us on the ground, and also there's, like, no shelter when they're just flying. I always wondered that.
Honestly, probably magic.
Much of a tan to them or much.
Yeah.
Going on,
like I would just say magic. It's like magic protects them from like the wind resistance and like all that jazz and like.
I'm not talking about wind resistance. They have flight techniques for that, but I'm just mostly talking about the sun and oxygen and things like that.
Yeah, they probably have magical
air pressure.
Magic. Probably it's like pixie dust from Peter Pan.
I would imagine that any creature that can fly would be evolved to withstand higher.
That's what I was thinking.
Pressure. Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
They're like birds, but not birds.
Before we continue, Treat Pop, do you mean it this time? Treat Pop has said she's going to be leaving about 4 separate times, and she never does.
Stuff.
Well, bye. Bye.
To have his flight, so we're kind of out of luck right now.
I mean, I have no problem with you being here, but the fact that you keep saying you're leaving and then not leaving seems to contradict what you said prior. I mean, you can understand that we're quite our reviews are quite addictive, but at least stay if you're going to stay.
It's called addiction. Something fiction. Down the rabbit hole. Something. Slow down.
Never ending story about your conflicts. I don't have any rhymes. I'm bad.
Yeah,
I'll start them. Jacob ends them. Who's the worst for wear? Anyways. That's a hard one to rhyme.
Yeah.
Conflicts. Long flicks.
That you deposit where there's nowhere to be found. I don't know.
Good enough. I couldn't have come up with that. Right. Anyways.
Okay.
Those eyebrows, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
She's so sad. I forget what happened last time within the episode. Wait, she did the healing.
In my skin.
Oh, yeah? No, wait, she did the healing thing. Why is she sad after that?
Because I'm not like other girls.
I'm sad when I do something amazing.
She was the whole point of this series was the fact that she wasn't like anyone else.
We
was a commoner, they were all royales.
We hate the hero archetype. Get out of here.
If anything, actually, at the end of last episode, 2 of the girls who used to bully her, they discovered like, oh wait, she has this random new power or something.
Fake friend story arc? Nah.
Yeah, except for she didn't pick up on that. She was like, "Oh yes, of course, friends. I'll join you."
Well, she didn't even know they bullied her or saying mean stuff behind her back. She didn't even know. It's just kind of weird, actually, from an arc writing standpoint. Like, if you're gonna have 2 characters come around to a character, you kind of need to have some level of conflict or knowledge. Probably not. They're probably just gonna be like random background friends. She's like, "Oh yeah, my friends, Julie and Gigi. I don't know names.
Yes, my friend Julie.
It's Gigi. I don't know. Listen, I don't know their
And
names.
the
I'm
one
just
who is
making.
not Julie.
Speaking of background, speaking
Mm.
of background, not relating to background characters in this sense, but this backdrop is gorgeous. Might
I'm
I
pretty
add,
sure
it
it's
is
3D.
beautiful.
Like, I'm pretty sure like the balcony at least is 3D.
That is
Okay, yes.
gorgeous.
So as of last episode, it seems that Same DNA was playing around with making 3D backgrounds, or that's possibly in Blender. Not really sure because it felt like a Blender project.
It does
last
look like
episode.
Blender, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
mean, I
that's
will
what the
say,
artist player
this
appreciated.
blends in better than it did for that one scene with the
Lens.
prince, the prince, or was it the king? I forget what his name.
Well,
Like
I mean,
that.
his name was King. He's not actually a king.
Well, that like prince guy who we got introduced to last episode. The guy like
Yes,
this
the
works
last
a lot better
episode.
because he was like sitting on like a throne or whatever. In like a 3D environment with like 2D objects, like 2D like just flat objects placed on there, just PNGs placed on the table. It
this
looked
just
really
works-
strange compared to the Gacha
This
characters.
just works hand in hand with camera angles and shots and like things like that. Like it's beautiful. That being said, the shadows on the characters are a bit strange. I mean, like I feel like what they've done here, and I've used this method too. I use this for Aiden stuff. Is they have a copy of the character, they make it completely black, and then they move it down slightly and change the opacity so that there's like a copy on top of itself. Now, the only thing I would like, there's nothing wrong with that. It just looks a tiny bit out of place and not that realistic. The only thing I would do here is just add a bit of blur to it. That's what I do. That way it doesn't look like an exact copy, it's just on top of itself.
Yeah, I've got to mention
That is all I would say.
last episode, actually, but those
That is
were
all I
as
would say.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before we move on, fairies like the human size aesthetic. Here's the thing: we don't actually know what human size is compared to the fairies because we only ever see fairies. So this could be like a miniature world, a giant world. We don't know the proportions, basically.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're human sized in this world. I don't know if we ever see humans, but I'm pretty sure the implication is that everything is life size. Because I feel like if we were in a tiny world, we would at one point get acknowledgement like, "Oh my God, look at that giant apple" or something. I feel like
Why would we need that?
disagree.
Why would there be a giant apple in a tiny world in the first place?
yeah,
why is that important to the story? Like that has nothing to do with the story at hand.
I guess, but I'm
This
pretty
is
sure
not a
I'm
concept.
pretty sure they are literally meant to be human sized. Like they just have fairy wings. They're pretty much humans with fairy wings,
Well,
effectively.
I think Jacob had a point where there's like nothing that implies that, and also it doesn't
well,
matter.
there's nothing that implies that they're not human sized, which
Exactly.
I mean,
So it doesn't matter.
yeah. No, but I'm pretty sure the implication is they're meant to be human sized. And plus, in stories where that's the case, they normally have some acknowledgement. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, in the Tinkerbell movies, yeah, they have, like, tiny buildings the fairies live in, but we do see the fairies, like, fly around, like, the forest or whatever. We see them actually leave their tiny buildings and, like, see stuff in relation to their size.
The thing about that is that Tinkerbell we have known for like 60 years up when that series came out. We knew for about 50, 60 years that it took place in a world that was in tandem with the world of humans and also Neverland, which is a world of like a bunch of things. So the fact is there was already a yardstick and a comparison to this. This one doesn't really have a yardstick or comparison, so it could very much just be a case of like, oh, okay, these like everything is, you know, rescaled bigger or smaller. It depends. We don't know what their measurement system is either, so that could be another thing too.
They go by the metric system in the fairy world.
If they do, then we'll have the answer. But until that time,
I don't know what they go by. I just think it'd be funny.
Neither do we. That's the thing.
What do you
And
mean?
here we
They
are
don't-
circling back. It's a cat and mouse game.
Oh God! What? Look at his mouth.
Yes.
That mouth's a little too high up.
Doing here?
Couldn't sleep.
And tending to the plants helps you sleep?
I guess.
Oh, I saw a fairy flying in the background.
I think,
It just.
I think
It,
that's
why
Eric.
does it look so weird? It just looks so weird. Oh, he's just flying by.
I think that's Eric. I think he's gonna appear in the next scene.
That was supposed to be a joke. Care to share?
Yeah, Adrian is like the jokester character.
He's so
I
funny.
was just thinking about what happened back at Wingrove.
If I had a nickel
And
for
you?
every time there's a jokester character named Adrian, I would have 2 nickels. And that's not. That's weird. I have.
Oh.
Weird happened to
Oh,
us.
you were so close.
I'm great at memes. What do you mean? I'm amazing
You were
at
so
it.
close.
I'm a professional memer.
what are you doing here?
I was just flying around thinking the same thing. And I
Sorry.
saw you.
See, there he is. I knew he was there.
Oh, was this the
I
triangle?
don't like his hair
Is this the other
highlights.
person in the triangle?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, look at the light. The
I'm
light.
pretty sure. He's like the bad boy, effectively.
Okay.
Bad boy, like, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they added blur on the lighting here, but like it's too much.
Dang, this room's really well lit.
No, it's just like it's blending way too much into the character. Like the thing about a lighting effect, especially when it's coming from a source that's like right next to them, is it has to be quite strong. And it's just not strong enough, so it just looks like that's part of him.
Listen,
It looks like a shadow. It looks like a yellow shadow.
Yeah.
Are you looking for someone? Rosabella, perhaps?
Oh,
Huh?
oh my god.
Look at those fingers.
I was actually
my
looking
God.
for a-
Nope.
Did you see those fingers?
Wait,
For
you're
a
looking
split
for
second, yes.
Wait, you're looking for Adrian with those flowers? Wait a
No,
minute.
Rosabella.
No,
that is
yeah,
what-
Are
yeah, go,
you
yeah.
looking for someone?
Look, he like puts
Rosabella?
up a peace sign. Look at what
Perhaps?
the heck is happening there?
Oh, right. I thought you
Where
were
is
talking
your
about
thumb,
Eric's hands.
sir?
Okay, yeah.
Sir, where is your thumb?
I think the
Oh
thumb is
God,
covering
I didn't
both.
look at Eric's hand.
Mhm.
Great, thanks so much, Jacob. Now you've made it worse.
Mhm.
Okay.
Wait, listen to this line here.
Now,
Pretty-
if I were to make a comparison to Music Freaks when it comes to these
Oh god,
hand-drawn...
the new weird hands in the Music Freaks.
Yeah, but
I
the
don't
Music
like the
Freaks
hand
looks-
change.
The Music Freaks is perfect compared to this.
Well, yeah. Okay, listen, listen.
I have no fingers, but that's okay.
Oh my god, I don't need
They
them
work better
anyway.
this way.
I have levitation to levitate stuff, so I don't need my fingers. Don't need my fingers.
I think that is enough. I think that is enough.
I was actually looking for Adrian.
See?
Oh.
He's trying to ask out Adrian.
Oh yeah.
Flowers.
The head turning is very reminiscent of When Winter Strikes. I don't think they've gotten into the realm of head turning that doesn't make the head shrink like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, when you turn to a side profile, your head does change, but it doesn't shrink like it's going into a
Okay.
black hole.
You know, I think the only person in Gacha I've seen who's actually did pretty well, like head turning, like switching to like side view, front view, profile. You know, I think the one person who did it best probably was Rosie, which that
Mhm.
felt the most organic when she did it. Most of the time when I see Gacha creators do it, it feels very inorganic and it feels very artificial, and you're like, "Yep, I can see the frames, or I can see where the head technically changes to like the side profile or like the 3/4 view or whatever, like the main Gacha view, or into like the front face. You kind of see like the few frames where it's like, okay, yeah, or it looks really awkward for like a few frames. So it's like, oh, never mind, it's back now. Your head, he doesn't look weird anymore.
Also, the lighting again. So they've changed angles, right? Because they had Eric on the right and then this guy on the left, implying that the light was behind them on the left. But now they're coming from the same perspective of the light, where the light is. The camera should be in front of the light, but the light is still behind them. Do you?
Yeah, I think the light was actually like in universe thing is supposed to be coming from above, like the actual like roof lighting.
But there's also light there. But like if you look at the side of their bodies, it looks like there's light coming from the right of the screen. No wait, yeah, the right of the
Yes,
screen.
and that's where the
and the
true
top.
comes in.
It's coming from the right and the top. But I thought apparently right now.
Yeah.
Looking for Rosabella.
I think I'm
But if
overthinking
you're
it.
looking for Adrian.
Oh God.
He's with Rosabella. Wait, you don't even know where they are.
Yeah, I was about to say if he hadn't said it, I
Wait.
would have said that.
I feel
You
like
don't
this.
even know
I
where they
feel
are.
Like, I feel like this escalated from like 1 to 10 immediately. It's like
So
wait.
it's-
It's
well,
like, oh no,
well, Aiden?
they're together. Ah, my
somebody say
ship.
escalation. Roses are red.
Vi-
Cacti are cacti are prickly. Holy music freaks! That escalated quickly.
Oh my god.
Aiden is totally missing
I'm-
the gun,
great.
like jumping the gun here.
I'm great. I'm
Yeah.
great at this.
That's
What do you
really
mean?
unfair.
I'm
Maybe
perfect.
He's jumping the gun and all the
I'm perfect, just like the music freaks.
violets
Okay.
are sickly. Oh, these violets are just so endangered with climate change. They're just looking so weary, looking so
Oh.
sickly.
Rosabella can heal them. They can return to their usual
Oh
green
no!
states, even
There's
if
a
it's
magical
violets.
root growing next to the violets. You should save them, Rosabella.
That was a thing from last episode. She said the magical roots.
Oh, these head turns are so strange.
Do you think I'm
Also, I have
weird?
beef when the angle, like when the angle of the head changes. I hate the ear because the ear feels like it points out way more than it should. Like it should be kind of like not as, I guess, jutting out as it is. Like it should be turned a little more in because we're kind of looking a little bit to the side.
Wait a second. Why is
And
there
also-
blur on the shadows now?
I don't know. Maybe
Hello?
maybe
Did you forget?
maybe she learned. I don't know.
Did you forget too late?
Also, this is an art
Oh,
style.
no, it's not. No, it's not. Oh, it's not. If you look at the guy on the top, the guy on the right, his top right is not blurred, but there's light coming from the left, so it's blurring with the shadow there. Okay, it's not. Never mind.
Also, what I hate when I see profiles like this is you see the ear outline, how it's like you have the head outline then the ear tacked on.
Yeah.
That line shouldn't exist because like the outline should go up to where the ear starts, go around, and then go up, or we'll just go
I've
around the ear and
actually-
that's it.
I've
Like-
seen this issue. Gotta bring back Music Freaks again. But I've actually seen this issue with Music Freaks too, not just with the ear,
Yeah,
but also
that-
with
that
the
line
neck
should
and the chin.
disappear because like the
But also
ear,
with the
the
neck
ear
and the
isn't
chin.
stapled on the head. The ear is part of the head. It's part of the
Some-
shape.
Sometimes when characters move their heads up and down in Rosy Closy videos, the line that connects the neck to the head just disappears. And it's so distracting.
Hmm.
Also the fingers. Dear God, the fingers.
Like the chin or something. I have like your chin normally here, and then suddenly if you lift your head up, then your chin. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know
I guess
what
it would still
causes
be
it.
Here, wouldn't it? So yeah.
I don't know what causes it.
Yep. In a good way.
Oh,
I mean, I've never seen
Oh, there's the ear fixed.
anyone with that kind of power.
What do you mean?
You're the chosen
God.
one, Obi-Wan.
this I guess you guys have been in this for a while, but these head turns just ugh.
Oh, see, now the line's
Mm.
missing with the ear.
Mm-mm.
Finally, the ear actually looks like it's a part
Jacob
of the head.
mentioned that already. He already mentioned that.
I might have static, but I'm apparently audible now. So.
Oh,
Yeah, speaking of which, I don't hear it anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Cool.
hey.
Your power is special.
Oh, the line
Special?
appeared
Oh,
to
you're
disappear.
so special. You're so different. Shut
Oh,
up.
you're so unique. Oh, man.
You're so not average.
You're not your average girl.
Shut up.
Not average fairy. Yeah, this is the thing. Up
We need to
until last
normalize
episode,
normal people. Normalize normal people.
I mean, I don't necessarily mind the chosen one trope, but like, I do kind of feel like, at least for this show, it comes out of nowhere and like left field. Like, wasn't even hinted at. Like, if from day one it was hinted at, that'd be one thing. But it really wasn't hinted at till like last episode, which was like episode 7 of the show, which is like we're 7 episodes in of like there's like 11 episodes out currently. So like for majority series, that wasn't the implication, and then it's like this is now the implication.
And now it just feels like they're rubbing it in. They're talking about how special she is in every single scene.
Well, yeah, because they have to emphasize it now because it's now a plot point that the creator.
Yeah, but
Honestly,
Aiden,
my theory behind this show is the creator halfway through making it either changed her mind on where she wanted the story to go or what she wanted to do with this show. Because like the first half of this show feels different than the second half so far. And I don't like it. Like it just kind of feels like two separate stories or two separate ideas. Like you were like carrying like an idea for the first part of the show, but then randomly just drop that and pick up a new concept and be like with pretending it's like the same story.
There is another possibility, that yes, while that is true, there's another possibility of why they're like like laying it on so thick in this episode, and that is considering Rosa's reaction to this, and from last episode where everyone seems to be picking up on this immediately, they could be going to the idea of like, oh wow, suddenly everyone's perception of me is so different, but ultimately I'm still the same person. Why should this mean anything? Does it even need to mean anything? That might be her struggle for this episode.
Nah, there's no way a creator can think that deeply about their show besides you, Jacob.
That's not even true, but in general, but honestly, no, like I think you know why I'm pretty sure they're laying it on super thick. Actually, if you read the title, it's called A Fairy Story. So my theory is we're gonna learn whatever backstory is that she's so, because that's why she's so special. We're gonna learn that backstory in this episode because that's why the episode's entitled A Fairy Story, because it's a story about a fairy or some chosen one stuff that we find out in this episode. That's why they're laying it so thick. So when they circle back to it later in the episode, it's like, oh, you descended from a long line of phoenix fairies, and you have god level power.
What?
And you have the ability to regrow the earth from a single seed. My child, you will save the world or you will destroy it. You are all powerful. You are the child of the queen secretly.
A single choice must end your days, Olympus to preserve all race.
You will die
Not
in
the
a final
rhyming
battle
oracle,
against
bro.
the dark fairy.
The fairy of all the fairies. The queen of all the queens.
You are secretly the pharaoh of all the fairies. You're secretly the queen. You're the queen we all been looking for.
Yes.
We thought it was someone else, but it turns out you were the queen after all.
This balcony is a
say-
separate layer from the backdrop, so why can't you just put it under her hands? Like, it looks like she's gripping the underside of the banister, and you know how much gum people stick under those things, okay? It's not safe.
Actually, my theory behind this right now is I think this actually all being made in Blender. Like, the models are in Blender, and, like, the camera work's being made in real time. Kind of like how, like, Jacob, you've seen how William animates in Minecraft. I think that's what's happening. So I think that's why they can't put her hands on the thing with layering potential issues of, like, she's a 2D image, 3D backdrop. Putting her hands on the thing will kind of break the illusion. Therefore, she's kind of gripping the back half of it for some reason, which looks a little bit weird, but I personally just wouldn't have her hold that. But, blocking and stuff.
I see.
Yeah.
That.
Welcome, Prism.
Commoners, royals,
Oh yeah.
we're all the same.
Yay, we're tackling your favorite show.
Yeah,
That
the
you
best
always seem
show
to up
ever.
for, that
Bro
you
just
enjoy so
casually said
much.
royals, commoners were all the same.
Yeah.
Bro's mansplaining.
Although here's the thing though.
He suddenly became Hugh from Avatar.
No, but
Just,
like
like,
we're now
just
going.
slow.
Okay, so like that's a fine. I'm pretty sure they probably touched on this concept earlier in the show. I'm gonna be honest. They probably touched on it briefly of Rosabella, but also that's not really true though in this case. You know why? Royals and commoners are the same. You're saying this to a girl who's allegedly the chosen one. I feel like the message kind of gets muddled when you're saying it to literally like a special godhood person who's like powerful.
Again,
I'm unique.
It's like I'm
Again,
literally like a
unless
god.
the point is
You'll
that
never
she should-
understand.
Unless the point is that she now feels more different than she ever did before and needs to be reminded of how everyone's the same deep down.
But she's not.
Maybe.
Maybe.
She's
I
really
didn't
not.
know you had a soft side.
That's
you-
the
of
reason
course
so
you
many
knew
girls
that.
want me. I'm
Didn't you
gorgeous
have like a whole
and gentle.
conversation? Didn't you have several conversations like at your house or whatever?
Not necessarily like relating to like his soft side or anything. Not really.
I feel like we kind of
there much
explored
music
that in
in
the
this?
previous episodes. No, just crickets.
No, like in
There
this
are, like,
series in
some-
general.
Yes, there are some moments. Of
There's some music that gets us copyrighted.
So this is an abnormal scene with just no music in it.
Thank you.
Mm.
There we
Why
go,
is his
music.
wing behind his hair?
Right
Hello?
on cue, music.
No! No, wait, go back! His hair was
Okay.
his wings were in the wrong layer and they were up, by the way. Look, there it is in the bottom. Oh. We've gone too far back. Just pause on that side angle. Okay, look. There's his wing, I think.
The
On
wing
the bottom
should be
right. First of all, it is in front of his face. And second of all, when you go to the next scene, the wings are gone. They are down, I think, near his feet.
Yeah, because when the fairies deploy their wings, they actually go down like that. But yeah, but one thing I'll point out for this is that we have purple night sky,
Thank you.
No stars.
pink night sky, and blue.
And
What
blue!
celestial body are they currently under at
The
the moment?
craziest
Okay, well,
Ouroboros
to
I've
be
ever
fair,
seen.
we're in like a fairy world in another kingdom, so you know.
What if they're all small, what if they're just inside of like a massive kaleidoscope and everything they see is just colors everywhere?
Wait,
All right, so we've established the basis.
wouldn't that mean every time like kaleidoscopes like shifted a little bit, like their whole world like shakes and like falls
Yeah,
apart?
earthquake. Duh. It's very common here.
Mhm.
Also, what is happening with her hair? What is that one stick in her hair? Hello?
They're trying to
What is
texture.
that?
They try to texture her hair so it looks not just like a flat image, but they textured it
looks like-
weird
Yeah, they
for the
did.
back
I would have
angle.
preferred the plain hair.
I'm gonna sh-
Like,
I'm gonna shake them. Snow globe time! Snow, my pretties!
wait, did somebody say wings? Wings.
Yes, that was, I think that's what
Wings.
Prism was referencing here.
Wings. Wings. And then you get interrupted by the bad boy. Because I'm a bad boy. Anything you do gonna make you mad, but
Good evening.
good evening.
Morning, the sun
Side
just
profiles,
came up.
though.
The
No, what are you
kaleidoscope
talking?
just
Yeah,
emerged.
the Look at these side profiles. Eee, their eyes are squashing.
Yeah. Well, honestly, after FAFSA, anything looks good to me, so that's...
Touche. Touche. Also, the ear is wrong. Touche, though.
Oh, his ear just kind of like peeled backwards.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also, yeah, this is Prism's favorite character.
Ooh, I like the hair bounces.
Oh, look at the time.
What?
I better get going. Good
Oh
night,
my
folks.
god, just pick a man,
Oh,
girl.
don't you mean? Oh, I guess it is that time.
What?
That's a running with you reference. If anyone didn't get that.
Oh, I forgot.
One of the most legendary moments in Gacha review for me was just that when we heard the line of I mean, it is that time. It's but then the original script was said, oh, whoa, is that the time?
It is that time, Jacob. Wait, speaking of running with you, I want to remake episode
Have
1.
no
I have
tender
all the
feel
audio
emotion.
for it. Oh no, I didn't know to feel emotion.
Have no tend to feel emotions.
Okay.
Oh God.
When? Well, he was looking for Adrian and with flowers behind him.
I mean,
It might be sooner than you think, actually.
oh, I mean, I ship it.
Hey,
Oh my God. What is with that walking?
Oh no,
What was that?
no,
That
those
was
are
an
flowers are
abomination.
for Adrian. Those
That
flowers
was
are
an
for
abomination.
Adrian.
Yeah. Give us a demonstration. Go on.
I have a gift for you.
It was like he was taking
Here you go.
Whoa.
These flowers are for Adrikins, okay? Adrikins needs the flowers.
He sticks his leg out, and then he hops to a spot on the ground.
He
And
hopped
he
to
takes
it
another
to
step,
it.
and he hops a few steps forward than he should be.
Hold on, let me go back then.
He
Bye.
reaches his leg out and hops.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's better. That's it. What is that? Also, Prism wants you to cosplay Eric.
I mean, honestly, that's probably an easier cosplay.
I mean, you have a
than, most
suit.
others.
All you need to do is make it get a yellow tie.
Well, yeah, but also
And
the
purple
person is
hair.
dark blue, so I need a different one.
Oh.
And also wings. You know,
Jacob, have you ever dyed your
and a purple
hair?
wig.
When are you dyeing your hair?
Probably never.
Never.
That's lame. I need to have my hair blue as soon as it grows out again.
Maybe if I could think of a decent enough sub goal, I'll dye my hair for that one. But I don't know.
What?
You should dye your hair green, or like add that little streak
Green.
of green that Fawn gave you. Give a little streak of green. You know, get that little radiation bit in your hair.
I almost. I didn't put two and two together. Hold on. An attack towards me. I didn't realize that.
No. You agreed. You agreed with my attack.
True
Thank you.
cosplay potential. I almost asked Aiden if he ever dyed his hair.
I do dye my hair.
Rookie mistake.
I've dyed it blonde and I've dyed it blue.
Makes fun.
I've dyed it.
Yeah, I know you did. I originally thought your hair was blonde, so
Nah, I just bleached it.
I know.
It's like my profile
Anyways.
picture. My profile picture is more accurate representation, at least my hair. Although my hair isn't that long in real life. My hair is...
My hair is actually the exact length of my profile picture right now. It's pretty accurate. Oh, the static makes a return.
Flowers.
Oh, listen, I'm the best Ramona Flowers, you know, it's great. You catch me rollerblading, it's awesome. I'm gonna
Anyways,
start working for Amazon.
is our female character going to walk the same way, or is that just a quirk with Eric? He's just got a little. He's got a little.
He had a rough night with Adrikins, okay? So, you know, he kind of has to, like, walk carefully.
Adrikins?
Yeah, it's a
That's
Chloe
a
reference.
miraculous reference. That's what Chloe calls Adrian.
It's just, you know...
At least in the English version.
Wait, is
Okay.
it not a thing in the Spanish? It's not a thing in the French version?
She calls him Adriancito in the Spanish dub, which just means little Adrian. It's like an endearing thing. Same concept. And in the French one, I'm not sure. I haven't heard what she calls him in the French one yet.
I mean, I'm sure she calls him something in the French version because I feel like
Oh, yeah,
the
100%.
English version wouldn't do it if that wasn't a thing at all. Fortunately, unless they wanted to make her quirkier. Which, by the way, with miraculous question, is the Spanish version based off the English version or based off the French version?
It's actually a combination of both.
Ah.
Like it actually takes most of the best aspects from both versions, I think.
That makes
With
sense.
a few exceptions, but yeah, most of the time it's the best version. Guess we're time to de-evilize, and I'll be eternally grateful for that. Anyway, so yeah, also the reason there's only 2 flowers here, I'm guessing, is because, again, flowers are scarce at the moment because of the whole, you know, crops curse thing, so...
Wait, why didn't she say purify? You know? De-evilize? Purify? I feel like that flows better. Time to purify.
I think it's a matter of syllables at that point.
Yeah, we need 4.
Yeah.
But de-evilize is so dumb! Time to de-evilize!
Oh, I got it, guys.
That's
Time to
why I'm
re-purify. Time to re-purify. Got it.
Yeah.
How can you re-purify something? How does that work?
It was pure before.
Yeah, exactly. It was no.
You're
longer pure,
re-purifying it.
Yeah, there we go. Exactly.
I mean,
Boom. Dear miraculous ladybug, I fixed your series. Much love,
Hi, it's
Fawn.
me,
Austin.
Also, that's a good way to determine whether or not they're actually meant to be really small or human-sized or whatever. Is like the speed they form the gravity of their particular world.
and also, by the way, I hate the flowers design because you know why? If you look at Gacha, Gacha has very clear defined outlines, right? Then you look at the flowers, and the flowers have very subtle and barely any outlines. And this just...
Kind of matching the style around it, though. Oh, there we go again.
Back aren't the same.
Yeah.
But I just hate when, like, in comparison, like, when custom props are used, like, when outlines aren't strong enough, where it's like, the object should have strong outlines because Gacha has strong outlines. Unless you explicitly make your Gacha style have extremely subtle outlines. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
you know.
take out all the outlines in Gacha if you want to. Not that I recommend that.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
could, but like, yeah, it's just one of like the pet peeves I have because then it's like it doesn't really blend too well. Like, especially if the characters are holding something, you kind of gotta give it stronger outlines to be like, look, they're physically holding it, totally, because it
Speaking
fits in the
of
style.
speaking of holding something, look at the way her arms are outstretched to receive these flowers. She's like
She's
waiting for a hug,
apprehensive. She's like,
right? Like right. That's exactly what it looks like. What do you mean? Why are you receiving flowers like that?
Yeah, also, you can take those in, like, one hand. You don't need both of them out like that. I guess maybe she's, like, has, like, one arm, like, on it, just like, wow, for me, I'm so touched. Like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the idea.
probably.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yep. Oh,
And now they just,
Oh.
like, fades back
yep.
beyond past her head. Okay.
Thank you. Wait, this flower is familiar.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes,
How
please,
can you even
hold
see
them
it? It's
up.
behind your
Hold
head.
them up, yeah.
The security's
Hold them
gone
up.
tougher.
Show us.
Hmm.
Wait.
I promise.
Yeah,
What did he say?
I'll go back. Something about the security thing.
Yeah, the security's gotten tougher. I promise I'll get you.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's almost like
Yeah, there's a reason why you're not supposed to take them.
Don't steal the flowers!
It's a bad idea.
And now she's gonna be blamed, like, you're stealing the flowers now? We thought you were evil, but now you're stealing
I'd
the
like
flowers,
to declare
you
my
evil
love
witch.
to you. Here's
have all the
this.
flowers.
I'd like to declare my love to you. Here is the skin of an endangered animal.
Oh no.
By the way, also, Rosabella's a florist. That's her entire origin story, so another reason why this is probably not a good idea.
I was kidding. You don't have to.
But I want to.
What?
Hi, yokai puppeteer, whose name has changed for the second time this week.
Oh, I'm lightheaded. Oh boy. Oh, it's like Careless Whisper. Oh, the lighting. It was the lighting in this.
You know, next time there's a romantic Fallen Angels moment between like Helen and Alana, I just do that. It's like blah 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 blah.
Ooh, the only thing that could have made that better is if they changed the aspect ratio. Ooh, that was really funny. I was not expecting that.
The problem is I don't think it was meant to be funny.
It's happened before with these two.
I don't think it's meant to be funny is the thing. I think it's meant to be like, oh, this is so sweet. They're staring into his eyes and it just comes off as dumb.
Oh, that's really funny. I think it went too fast.
But like, oh god, it felt like I hate when like
Oh my
it
God,
does
that
that though
was
because it feels so forced. It's like I know what you're trying to do, but you're forcing it. Stop forcing
Too
it.
fast, like the video.
I'd like to make a continuation of my previous joke. I'd like to proclaim my love to you. I got you the skin of an endangered animal.
Put Prism's comment on the put Prism's comment on the chat.
Is this the kazoo cover? Oh no.
You lost, baby girl.
Why Helen? When has Helen ever done that before?
Listen, Helen, we all know Alana's...
Prism, stop giving Aiden ideas. You know he's gonna do this. You know he's gonna do this.
So
Okay,
where
I
are you?
apologize in advance to AC9123 for this. For what's about to happen.
Oh wait, I know where to put it in. I'm gonna have to go through it. Oh.
You see what I'm talking about, Prism? Now look what you've done.
I like how when I get ideas for stories, Ghost Kitty writes them down. When Aiden gets ideas for stories, regret ensues.
Opposite ends of the spectrum, I say.
Yes, indeed. All right.
What brings you here?
I was calling you, but you weren't answering.
Wait a second. Why did they cut the
I lied. I
music?
was looking
This
for
was
Adrian.
this was a.
No, the
Yeah.
music was
no,
there
no,
and then it
what-
cut.
Yeah, no,
Because
what
awkward.
it was,
Why?
they were like they were about to kiss, then they broke apart, and then the music stopped.
Oh, I was too busy laughing, I think.
Yeah.
No worries.
You were.
No, it's
I don't
fine.
know why.
It's fine.
What brings you here?
Oh.
I was calling you, but you weren't answering.
Oh, I must have left it.
Oh,
Oh no, another character has a phone. What's going to happen?
I thought you were avoiding me.
What
Oh
was
my
that?
god.
I said I like you.
No, you
What?
didn't.
No, you didn't.
Aw, I like you too.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, so,
friend
by the way-
zoned. Womp
by the way,
womp.
To add context to this, like last episode is when he asked for her number, and she said like, "Oh, my number is 77. I like you." And then that was like whole thing like, "What did you say? 77?" And then you like no 77 like what was it 405 or something like that? It's like corresponds to the numbers of "I like you," even though no modern phone has that feature anymore because obviously keypads are a thing now. So why did they do it with a touchscreen mobile device that's clearly based on like the iPhone or something? But you know, besides that, you know, that was the thing where and then like after she left to go to bed, and then he goes like, "I like you" to the door, and then that was it. So now he's building
Oh
on
my
that.
god. Yawn.
Context provided.
Ooh. It's
Not
getting
again.
late. Maybe we should head back?
Oh, I guess we're just gonna repeat that idea, but with
Friend
the
zoned.
opposite person saying that.
Oh my god, the logging.
Did you
was-
predict?
Violin
Did
and
you
a
predict this,
violin
Fox?
actually played.
Did you predict this?
Why should I go no word for word? Because I rewatched episode 7 before coming to this review.
Good night, Eric. See you tomorrow.
Good night, Bella.
What is with these shadows? Oh my god.
Did
I guess they do walk through doors.
he say he
Not on
likes
fly.
me?
Yeah,
No,
the only
no.
reason why is because they have to. They have to because the doors are not as tall as the walls.
Possible.
What is that?
I
Oh
feel.
god.
I feel.
There is way too much light happening on his hand right now. It is overexposed.
Okay, so I feel like lighting works really good for outdoor scenes, but I feel like once you get indoors, I feel like lighting ends up potentially being really problematic with a lot of the framing of the light and
Depends
stuff.
like how much like electrical lighting is supposed to be, you know, on the ceiling or ahead of them. If there's like a lamp next to them, we can't see.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of lighting in this is just like, oh, look at this cool lighting technique I have. Look how great this looks, but like they're not thinking of the angles or the perspective or like how
I
realistically
really
the light
hope that
would
isn't
look.
the case for your fight scenes when they get aired.
Honestly,
Hey,
you know,
I like
this
them,
is-
and also
this is
they're
the
outside. I said most of the fight scenes outside. Okay, you know,
By the
so
way,
it's a
this is
lot
the
makes a lot more
eternal-
sense.
Yeah, this is the eternal struggle, incidentally, of every gacha editor, where you want to show off a new technique that you've just learned, but you also have to acknowledge that if you do it too much, it's going to draw attention to itself. And part of the idea of like editing something sometimes is to make it so it's not seen. It's kind of like how it's kind of like, you know, like when I first learned masking, I was like, okay, I want to do this properly. It's like, okay, but no, we're supposed to use the masking for like very small things, like the reflections of the glass, or you know, the fact they're sitting down at the tables. People are going to think that's just like an imported prop, and it's not, or something like that. And
Hey,
that was
subtle
that
editing is
phase, you know, to
nice.
see if people notice
It
that.
is
Yeah,
nice.
no, I agree. It is nice. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh well, you know, especially with when you compare it to like the shows that really show off like the editing techniques they have, and that's part of like the praise they get. It's like, oh wow, you did such and such, so amazing, like in all caps comments like that. You can't really get this with sun editing if people don't notice what's happening. But then again, it's like a compliment and also a curse at the same time. So you know, you take one with the other.
Yeah, well, the one thing I wish for oh my god.
Mind, yeah.
Thumbnail
Why is this
frame!
door? No.
The door is cut off and the wall is invisible.
Thumbnail
okay,
frame!
so no, from a shot perspective, the wall being invisible is fine because it's like the camera's like phased in between the walls.
The flower is on
That-
the wrong
now
side
that-
of the head.
That in theory is fine. But what isn't fine is how thin the wall is, in my opinion. Like the wall and the door here are like super thin to the point where I think they're too thin.
Why is there a light coming from the door that is going onto the back of Eric, but not onto her?
The door is heaven, okay?
But not for her. It's not
Magically
lighting on the other side.
The door is magically enchanted to have light on the outside of it. And that's
There
why
are
it's
so many
exposed
things.
earlier.
There are so many things wrong with Eric. Like, look
Yeah.
at that hair. That hair looks like it hasn't been showered in days the way it looks so greasy. Second of all, why is the door light rectangular? You
No,
can see it's
but-
coming
no,
down
look
in a
at- look at-
perfectly
look
straight
at-
line.
Look at Arabella's hair, though.
Third of all,
or like look at her
no, I'm
hair.
not done, Aiden. I'm not done. Third of all, whatever his wings are doing, they are
Her
casually
face is
being
the door.
melted into the door. Fourth of all, his hand looks like it is being eaten by the door like a black hole and looks like it's stretched. Fifth of all,
Oh wait, the shoulder's disconnected.
I'm not done. I'm not done. Fifth of all, the coat is detached in a really weird way that makes it not look like a coat anymore. Sixth of all, his tie is curling over his torso like it is some sort of round piece of meat. What is happening in this scene? Oh yeah, seventh of all, the outlines on his hair are so much fatter when he's closer to the door versus when he's farther away. They are like so skinny. Okay. Sorry. Eighth of all, her bed has a picture of a gacha character on it. I've got questions about that.
I'll come back to that one.
And final thing is that the rose on her head is on the wrong side. Okay, I'm finished.
10th of all from me, the shot's not centered, and I can't let me figure out why that is.
Oh yeah,
my
what?
God.
Oh, no.
My god! Oh, you've ruined it! You've ruined it for me!
I feel like
Not
it's
that it
already
wasn't
ruined to
already
begin
ruined
with.
already,
Yeah.
never mind. You got a point there, but like, oh god, you've made it so much, like, that just
Hey,
makes it
if you
so much
if you
worse.
want to see a good version of a shot like this, go watch "You'll Always Be the One" music
Go
video
watch
from
Music
Afmao. I don't think
Even
Music
My
Freaks
Passion
attempted a
did
shot like
better,
this.
Actually.
Yeah, that the hate Christmas scene.
No,
That's a good one.
Yeah, the Christmas being the worst, yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, okay, like
Oh my
Here's
God.
the thing. Here's
So
the
many
thing. Like,
things
I'm
are so
pretty sure I
wrong.
said something similar to this last episode, but I appreciate the attempt to try to make Gacha more 3D. I appreciate the attempt, but here's the thing.
You're being
Ma-
too ambitious!
Yeah. I mean, making Gacha 3D is really hard, and you really gotta be careful with how you execute it, okay? Like, look. Yes, Gacha's 2D, and you know what? That sucks sometimes. But at the same time, trying to push 2D images to make it look 3D sometimes you push it too far, or you don't execute it good enough, and you could really see the cracks and the seams of this clearly wasn't meant to be 3D. They're just like
Here's what I say. Reach
like-
for the stars, but don't burn in the atmosphere on the way.
Yeah. You know what? That's fantastic. Yeah, much like the fairy character shouldn't fly too far from the sun or burn their eyes.
you know, also her wings face into the door, so you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I
and-
didn't-
and-
I didn't
and
want
her
to
ponytail
repeat.
As well. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to repeat. I
Her
was just
hair
focusing
also
mostly
faces
on
the-
one side.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
my god,
so-
but I can't not see that it's off center now.
So two things. Yeah, one of them about the portrait of the Gacha character. This isn't actually her room because at the moment they're staying in the Flower Kingdom, because like they're on like a school visit because it's about like it's about, like their world training, like their world training extends to the idea of like due to their kingdom, so they're learning about other kingdoms by visiting them one by one. This was their first destination, so this is just a guest room basically. So it's a random person.
What
in a
kind of
room.
guest room has a face plastered on the comforter? If I went to a hotel and I saw like the face of like, I don't know, like Taylor Swift plastered on the comforter, I would probably switch hotels.
One
And
star,
the fact that
easy,
it's
not a
side
50.
the fact that it's like, why is it sideways? Like, comforters, when they have pictures on them, are normally vertical because, like, I don't know, it's more aesthetically pleasing. But no, it's sideways this time.
I don't know. Also, I think that they're about to slump down, so we're going to see them scrape their wings and the backs of their heads and hands on the door, I believe.
Slivers go burr.
Yes. Let's see.
Oh.
You just hear the sounds from like the other side.
Oh my god, look at the kaleidoscope sunrise.
Oh, so they do have a sun.
So
It's
I
a
guess the world
flashlight.
isn't
It's
tiny.
a bunch of human kids with
I
a
guess the
flashlight
world
holding
isn't
it up.
tiny then. Haha.
No,
I win. Get wrecked.
They're in a kaleidoscope. I got this, guys. They're in a kaleidoscope, and the children are playing with the kaleidoscope, and they have a tiny little flashlight, and they are slowly moving it up over the kaleidoscope.
Hey, Bond, did you prepare yourself for those gymnastics?
What?
Did you prepare yourself in those gymnastics? The mental gymnastics.
Sorry.
That's the joke.
What?
That was the punchline.
That's the joke! God, why do I make jokes? Jokes are for scrubs, okay?
I don't know. You said it like it was like the setup. It was like, okay, what's the punchline gonna be?
Nah. It was more of a
It's like
comeback.
one of Jay Schlatt's half jokes.
I'm so. I went to the doctor today.
Yeah, exactly.
It stops there.
I mean, I do kind of have a tad bit of a crush on J Slat.
Oh, again, I thought you were like gonna end the sentence there.
No, I was trying to say it in a cool way, like a chill, cool way.
What?
What
I-
now?
Aiden,
Okay.
Aiden, go to sleep. Go to sleep, Aiden.
No,
Sleep.
sleep is for scrubs. I've been waking up at 8 o'clock because I have work at 8 normally. I don't work tomorrow though. Yeah, I gotta get to sleep.
I was up
in.
at 6:30.
Oh, fun.
Bada boom.
I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is a guy who don't get no sleep at night.
It's fine. You go to bed at 1, wake up at like 7:30. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of sleep at night, actually, I want to
Yes.
point out the sun is rising now in this visual, implying it wasn't rising before any of those events happened, meaning that the blue and pink sky should not have been in the previous scene during, the evening. So just had to.
I don't know. Magical Fairy World has different sky colors, maybe.
Yes, there's different sky colors, but it's like, but the implication of that is the sky colors are tied to the sun. So it should be before the sun was
At
there.
this way.
Laura, I've been
Oh.
looking for you everywhere.
You know what? I know why I don't like the wings. I
They're
actually
too small.
No, they're not. They're not really matching with the bounce of the character as they flap, right? When an animal flaps, as soon as those wings go all the way down, that's when they get the air to kind of fly a little bit higher. But they're not doing that here. Their wings are just flapping and they're moving like out of sync to the wing flapping. Hate to go back to Aiden's fight scenes, but I did this. I fixed them and they look amazing when they flap.
They
This
do look
looks
amazing.
wrong.
I think that's also. I remember we saw like the scene of like Eric in the background is like sliding across, and that's why it also looked weird to you because at that point there just was no bounce at all.
I think
I
it would
never
look
thought
better
it
with it. Like, okay, wait a second. The second girl's wings aren't flapping at all.
She's levitating. Oh.
Whoopsie poopsie. And she's the focal character of the scene right now.
Oh no, she's in the middle of the screen. Oh, now her wings start moving.
Looks like our main character isn't the only special one here with power. She has telekinesis. Oh, telekinesis,
Yeah.
yes.
Levitation, telekinesis.
Telekinesis. I always get telekinesis and No, it's telekinesis.
Telepathy is like mental.
Is the moving stuff with the mind.
Yeah.
No, reading minds. Reading minds.
No, telekinesis is moving things.
Yeah.
Telepathy is reading people's minds.
Mind reading. Yeah, I always get those two mixed up. It's telekinesis for movement. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. The way to remember is kinetic energy is based on movement. Kinetic, kinesis, movement.
Are you three looking for the book about Cursibia? Just
Cursibia?
some advice. You're
Cursivia is the name of the roots from the previous episode.
not
Oh.
gonna
Oh my
find
god.
that book in
I hate the way his hair is moving because the rear hair, like the middle layer, doesn't move. It's like the hair wind in Gacha where like only the front and the back moves, but the middle doesn't. So every time he moves, you can just see a bald spot in between his rear and front hair.
Yeah.
You can see it right now,
Right.
actually.
You need to come here at night in the restricted section.
What?
Oh my god, is this Harry Potter?
Another night scene as well.
Restricted.
We
Also,
just
wait, the
got done
sun
with
just
night.
came up! The sun just came up! Why would you transition time if you have to wait tonight? Okay.
I never knew the cool lore with the romance overshadows it. That's why I'm here, because I tend to not care about the romance as much as the lore and stuff. I think that's why I don't have
What do
such
you
a
mean? The
profound
romance
hatred
is
for Miraculous.
Oh my god, I love the romance. The romance is the best part of this show. Who cares about the writing, story, lore? Who cares about that stuff? I want to see her date one of the guys because that's the only value I can get out of the show. There's
As an
nothing
Arrow Ace
else.
person, I can relate to this.
But
Like,
no,
I
the
need
thing-
lore.
I think that is why. I think that is why I
I need
don't have
consistent
such
lore.
a hatred for Miraculous because I can get behind behind the backstory and lore and everything, even if the romance is trash because I don't care so much about that. Yeah.
I mean, I care when the story suffers because the romance suffers.
On now, two
Oh,
love
yeah,
triangles.
there's like episodes that are dedicated to that, and yeah, they're not as good usually. Usually, there are exceptions.
If there are two love
Section.
triangles, would that make a love hexagon?
They call it like a love square, I think. People like in the fandom
No.
refer to it.
Two three-sided
Okay.
shapes.
Well, if they don't interconnect with each other, they're just two separate triangles. If they
Oh, could you imagine if they were all connected? How would that even work?
Marinette's in
I
love
know,
with
love
Adrian.
hourglass, I
Adrian's
guess.
in love with Ladybug. Cat Noir is Adrian is in love with Ladybug, and Marinette is Ladybug.
Yeah, no, we know
That's still a
this.
love triangle.
Actually,
Actually, no.
It's
It's a
two
love
people.
line, actually. It's a
Yeah,
love
it's two
line.
people. Yeah, it's two people.
it's complicated.
Oh my
It's
God.
like two secret identities are in love with the opposite thing. Oh, well, initially. Now Adrian's in love with Marinette, and Marinette's in love with Adrian.
The
At
girl
one
on the right.
point, Ladybug was in love with Cat Noir, but that fizzled out.
Yes.
And season
Can
5
we talk about the
shenanigans.
girl on the right? Her wrist.
Yes.
Oh,
As
oh,
as Jacob once said, her palms are open, wrist twist, arm is broken.
oh.
I said that.
One of my all-time favorites, right there.
Also, by the way, I just realized something. I'm pretty sure all the ladies have the exact same torso. Like, I know it's a uniform and all, but like, I don't think there's any difference between any of the uniforms, like
Yeah,
even like
the-
sleeves or anything. I'm pretty
especially
sure it's
the
just.
model.
I'm pretty sure-
Known for having one body type. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
there's
but
much
like
of
the
a-
outfit, like the skirt isn't even like slightly like changed the way it's like shaped around
Nope,
them. Like
they're
the
still
skirt's
just
not-
as flat as my first mention at the very
I
start of the
think
video.
This is before you could change the length.
No,
of
because
the skirts particularly.
No, here's my theory. Here's my theory about making the scene. You see, she imported all the assets for the body, copied
Oh my
that
God.
2 other times,
Oh my god!
and then just put the head on each of them. Because
If anybody has watched Dogman or Red Dogman, you will understand this reference.
Go on.
Well,
I mean,
just
there's
the idea,
I think
this concept in general, you will understand this. What I am
Oh
really,
yeah, I'm pretty
tying
sure
it
they're
to,
making a
literally.
Dogman movie
You will,
right
you
now.
will understand what I am tying it to, literally.
He gets a dog's head stitched on a man
Correct.
Yep.
because
There we go.
injury.
Yes, because the dog's body was dying and the man's head was dying, so they were like, oh yeah. This is
How is when your head dies, your whole body dies because your brain controls your whole body? I hope that.
Counter argument: brain dead. Oh,
How do you know?
didn't think of that.
How do
Oh
I
wait!
know?
Oh great! Now our protagonist swings aren't working either. It must be contagious.
the 3D engine can only run 3 wing tracks. at a time.
You're asking me?
Scratch that too, because Lauren.
We've lost them. We're losing them. We're dropping like
Every
flies.
time they talk, their wings stop moving. Every time like they're me.
Come on, Wings. Come back to us, Wings. Come
Wings.
on. Come on, Wings. Get
Wings.
back to us.
Wings.
Yeah, that's like the ritual. That's like the ritual noise.
Yes.
We must We must use the ritual song to bring back the functionality of the wings. Wings, 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 wings. Is it working? No, we need more wings. Wings, wings, wings,
Just an
wings.
chance, yeah.
Come back to us.
Oh god, I'm just imagining Bonzo seeing like a ritualistic like red hood.
Oh my god.
Just sitting around like with candles, like a book in hand. It's like wings.
I'm in my cult era.
Mhm. Yeah, this is if Bon and Jacob were in Fallen Angels.
The way we stop Abraxas is with a cult version of the wings. Of the wings song.
Oh my god.
Jacob, we must sacrifice the dysfunctional winged creatures in order to stop Abraxas.
Oh, don't worry, he'll sacrifice stuff of them himself when he emerges.
True.
Everything.
Oh.
I do love it when a character says something and we wait for like a pause before. Really flows naturally there.
Unfortunately, our trip for today will be postponed. It's been decided
Hey, his
that the
wings aren't
story-
working either. This seems to be a common occurrence in this school.
Don't have them fly. Put them on the ground so they're not gonna use the wings.
Right? You're causing more work for yourself to make them bob up and down. If you're gonna go the
Just
full
put them on the
distance,
ground. It's fine.
I don't understand why
They
you're
don't have to
doing
fly
this.
24/7.
Bless you.
Well, I mean,
That's you
they
swear.
kind of do in this series.
That's you
Well,
swear.
yeah,
Wrong,
but
it's
they
that
don't
safe.
technically have to fly 24/7 if they don't want to.
The students are sitting,
Yeah.
Ooh,
now
I
we're
like this
back
angle.
thinking,
but
Now,
the desks look weird.
Oh, by the way, the bully sitting next to the main character, you know what her name is?
Bully.
Pink.
Of course it is.
Yeah, she is Princess Pink, daughter of the Queen of Queens.
what have you learned from our visit to Wing Grove?
It's hereditary.
That we shouldn't
The redundancy is hereditary.
Yes.
lie for his opinion. He's just bad luck.
Oh my god.
Excuse me?
I have two answers, Professor. First, we shouldn't be complacent with what we see. Second, if your garden needs tending, call Rosabella.
Good one, Pink.
But she's good at.
That's-
She's
that's-
actually good at
that's
gardening. What do you mean?
There was
Actually,
nothing
call
funny
her.
about that.
She's really good at tending
That's
to
not really-
gardens. What do
that's
you
not really a
mean?
bully
There was
line,
nothing
that's just-
funny about that,
That's not
That's
really
just-
villain, that was just friendly banter, honestly.
right?
I mean, like honestly, you know what's so insulting about that? It's like, hey, if you need
I guess
someone
the
to tend to
idea
your
of, like,
garden,
you
just
know,
call
manual
Rosabella.
labor
She's
because
really good
it's
at
common,
plants.
I guess manual
Haha,
labor is
she's
common.
good at plant magic. You know that problem we were having in the beginning of last or middle of last episode.
And I think the idea was like manual labor because commoner.
Good.
Yeah.
I got it,
suppose I
guys,
should
guys.
put
If you really want a good script, you should ask Jacob. So funny. So funny.
No, wait, you forgot to pause
If you want
before you
great
laugh.
advice, you should commission Bon.
So funny. So funny.
And if you want efficiency, you should call Aiden.
Ha ha ha
you in the
ha.
same
That's
groups
actually
as
funny.
last time for this
I am actually
activity.
really efficient.
No, yeah, that's that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
That's it. Oh.
What was
I don't
that
know what she's
expression?
reacting to. I don't know what she's reacting to. I missed that.
expression? Oh my
I suppose I should put you in the same groups as last time for this activity.
god. That's like an emoji. Bro emoji reacted.
This is a thing that I see in like almost every gacha animation from almost every gacha animator. At least at one point in their career, they will have the issue of the speed of the animation. Because obviously you can speed up and slow down footage in like most editing softwares, but for some reason everyone starts off by going. Like that. It's like, I mean, come on. Like,
Well-
especially if they put like very like hyperactive music in the background as well. It's just like
It's
it
like
doesn't
watching a
work.
character walk somewhere, but but every frame just takes a million years.
Yeah, essentially like that.
I mean, I feel like with animation though, you just kind of learn over time, honestly.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! The girl with the black hair, her back hair is disconnected. Mm-mm.
I mean, her hair's more blue than black, honestly. It's kind of like
Okay, fine, then blue.
like a dark navy blue.
You know who I'm talking about.
No,
It's like when
it's like in Miraculous, where all the blue head characters are referenced to have black hair.
It's like, oh my god, Kagami and her black hair. It's like, that's black? That's black? Are you sure?
I just watched that episode yesterday.
That is not black. I'm pretty sure that's blue. That is like.
And that's not just one dub, by the way. That's all of them.
What do you mean? Her black hair. It's like, okay, I guess everyone's colorblind. They don't know the difference between blue and black. Oh my god.
Turn into a dog too.
But before that,
She's implying that happens before.
It did. In a previous episode, Aiden got turned into a dog for a bit.
Really commend Rosabella for her admirable act. Regardless of the uncertainties, you still took the risk and succeeded.
You didn't know what you're doing.
Different.
You just did it.
She's so special.
You're so special. Oh,
meanwhile, if Bon was in Royale Fairy Academy, boo! Come on! Stop singling out the most amazing student in all the class! Boo!
God, you know what?
I has power. She doesn't need to be more special.
You know what, Bon? Idea, short, minute-long videos where you just take random gachas that we've reviewed before. It's like, if Bon was in them, just take clips and then cut to, like, a POV of Bon. Like, boo!
Either that or just do it riff track style. That works, too.
Bro, thank you.
That would be funny.
Also, hello to V.
Man, I love your profile picture,
V for Void.
Your profile picture is amazing. There's so much depth. It's like I'm staring into the abyss. I love the fact that you just have a solid blue profile picture. I love that shade of blue.
That's not gonna make sense if they just showed up now.
I know, but I had to do it.
It's still funny. I wasn't expecting that. That's funny.
Even though you failed the forest evaluation, you redeemed your...
There was a forest evaluation? Oh, wait, no. The previous episode, there was a team exercise of, like, you know, when she, like, went out of bounds.
yourself.
Congratulations. Congratulations? All she did was pass.
That forest evaluation was rigged, by the way, because everyone had, like, gems with their kingdoms, just navigating kingdoms, so how she was supposed to pass that, but that's, so that's the talk for another day.
It would seem like that her passing is a miracle.
And she didn't pass.
Just like she is. You're a miracle.
Oh.
Moving on. What happened at Windgrove is only one of the many obstacles you will face.
I noticed that his wings are slightly translucent, actually. I like that.
When you become rulers. Until what extent are you willing to save your kingdom?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Real world rulers / governing people kind of don't do crap. They're like, yes, we're gonna sit in this building and discuss what we could do, and then
good thing we're not in the same world.
Yeah.
Only in fantasy, rulers are actually like super useful and like actually nice.
There are like 7 active monarchies in the world currently, anyway. So
I mean, I was speaking more about monarchies, talking more about ruling bodies.
You talk about monarchies. Like, what if the whole council just has monarch butterfly wings?
That would be clever, actually. In Miraculous Ladybug, Hawkmoth did go by Monarch.
Yes,
it's like the same. It's like the same idea of Aiden's Archangels, where they go through this really intense process to get like tattooed monarch wings.
Yeah.
Listen, the wing color indicates their rank. We have normal angels, archangels.
Yes, we know, Aiden.
We have head angels with dark blue wings.
Alluding to, correct.
Lore.
Anyway, I have said before that Hawkmoth's French name is my favorite like pun reference they've ever made, actually.
Why?
What is it?
Le papillon.
That is good. I like that one.
I don't get it.
There you go.
Also, wait, I lied. Never mind. Our Archangel's wings are actually blue, and Head Angel's wings are actually black. because blue and black could be interchangeable.
Right.
Okay, moving on.
Today you will reenact one of your favorite tales to show the sacrifices you will make for your kingdoms.
You're going to
Reenact?
Oh, I guess it's this because like they have to postpone.
Why
next
are
week,
her
so they can't
wings
do
different
whatever
from
super
anybody
thing.
else's?
Because she's super special. OMG.
Special!
KWY. Okay. So people, I'm working on a cover that KW has made. So I've like listened to this song that she wrote like multiple times. It's like just out of my head now.
Can you see
Here
all
it is
of
again.
me? Walk into mystery. Step inside. Hold on for dear life.
How have I not heard this?
I don't know the meter. Listen, I don't know the meter, okay?
yeah, I was gonna say,
I just see the lyrics.
I have never heard this.
Well, that's because that's not how it sounds like.
Does me and mystery rhyme though?
Yes, Aiden, they do.
Mystery me. I don't know.
Think of the ending.
E?
Yep,
Anything
and
with
then
E
for me-
rhymes? So
Just because they have different syllables doesn't mean they don't rhyme.
Yeah. Also, like in the notes, it goes like all of me and mystery, so it actually matches. This is a thing that I do in songs all the time, and you know, as someone who's recorded some of the songs that I've written, you should you know notice that. But yeah, like that is quite a common technique, and also one of the reasons that you know I have more in reserve for improvised parodies too.
Their arms also look like sausages, by the way.
And also, this is something I mentioned in one of the previous episodes, but again, something Rosie Closey eventually did properly, but like early on Rosie Closey's, I'm pretty sure like the eye highlights were stationary, much like in this video. But then eventually the eye highlights actually ended up becoming a part of the eye, or like the eye design. So when the eye moves, the eye highlight moves. But the eye's highlights don't move, and it looks really weird. Because eye highlight just stays stationary.
Live 2D, that's actually something that is a very common thing that people like complain about is the fact that you have to parent those. I actually even Ghosty, who doesn't use Live 2D, but
just like when you draw the eye, add the eye highlight on the drawn eye.
Well, it's just that eye shine works weirdly because the point of eye shine is that the eye is reflecting a light, and the fact that if it moves with the eye, then it's not really obeying the law of light. But if it's not parented to the eye, then it just looks like the character has lost their will to live whenever the shine isn't.
Yeah, they look like the opposite way, and like they look super sad.
I suppose so. I guess it's a lose-lose situation there.
Yeah, you have to somehow parent it to the lighting, and that's just not going to happen.
I'm listening.
How come they're...
I'm listening.
Oh, what happened to her? Oh,
I think we're about to find out.
Remember, they're reenacting a story. That was the assignment.
There's two of you. Aren't the hag and the evil queen the same person?
I am not looking like an ugly hag.
I'm guessing they're reenacting Snow White.
How about me?
I mean, that's not really a fairy story, but okay. I mean, it's a fairy tale, but there's no fairies in that. Wait, how does that work? Like, were they actual fairies in the Snow White story, or are they humans? Like, are humans like a fantasy creature?
Is that why this episode is called a fairy story? They don't say fairy tale because that was too obvious.
Remember? I'm listing one to be the Seven Dwarfs too.
Oh,
whoa!
No,
whoa!
Did you
Wait
see
a
that?
second. Yes, the elbow is non-existent. Pivot point, go wee.
Yeah, okay, to be fair, that's kind of the problem with the cloak, unless you, like, actually, like, map the cloak.
No, it fully comes off. Like, you can see the end of the forearm.
Like an ugly hag.
How about
Also, I know she's,
No,
like,
get ready. There it
that looks bad. I know she's meant to be the evil queen, but what's with the demon horns? Like, the evil queen isn't like a literal demon, okay? She doesn't have like demon horn. Like, the evil queen, like in like most Snow White adaptations, doesn't have like demon horns. She's not a literal demon.
I'm curious as to why her face is cracking.
Yeah, why is her? You know, I know she's meant to be quote unquote evil, but she's also technically meant to be pretty. Or at least in the universe, she's meant to be pretty and that's why
Maybe
she's
by
so
this-
obsessed with
maybe
I
by
think
beauty.
she looks
this
pretty.
universe's beauty standards.
I
this
think
is
she looks
what
pretty.
They consider to be pretty.
Being a demon with face
another-
cracking and like
It's another world.
shadows on
you
her
know,
eyes.
I will. Say
You don't
this,
understand, Aiden.
Aiden, we haven't
I don't know. I
this in-
mean, it's kind of.
Yeah, we never went
Let
to
him talk.
this in D&D that much actually, but according to most people, tieflings are the most attractive race in D&D for most players. So the fact is, you know,
Wait a
people
minute.
find demons hot.
Wait, what's his name? A tiefling in Sword Art Online Abridged? Like that's what they called the race.
I don't remember anyone being. I
No,
don't
but
remember being any tiefling.
no, wait. I'm thinking of the wrong name from Sword Art Online Abridged. It's like, wait, I thought.
Are you thinking of Tiffany, the character?
Nah, I don't know. I feel like there was I feel like one of the like random made up races in that game was like called like a tiefling.
I don't know. I remember sylphs,
And-
salamanders, catsi, and
Spriggan.
Spriggans. Yeah. So no, none of those are tieflings.
There's also
Anything
Undyne.
related. Oh yeah, the Undine. That's right. Yeah. So
Undine. I called him the Undyne.
I can understand why, and they probably were based on that somewhat, or like, yeah, but yeah.
The Undine. The Undine thrown in with a Spriggan? Disgusting.
It's like, well, you tried. With that, a great alliance is made. That is my favorite episode of Sword Art Online.
Oh, that's
episode
great.
16. Definitely. Anyway, you hear that, babe? I'm a gentleman. Anyway,
Remember?
moving on.
Unless you want to be the seventh.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
I just
Yeah,
wish
he's
we
the
could go back
cake
to
that's
talking
like
about
this.
D&D.
So, about those tieflings, huh?
I'd take the tiefling over this girl.
Most people would.
Oh, you can be sneezy.
Why me?
Yep, definitely Snow White.
Okay,
Well, it can't
you
be
started off by saying "What about me?" and now you're saying "Why me?" Pick a lane, buddy.
me. You're the guy here.
But
Whoa.
We can't do lip.
You're the guy. Only the guys can play Sneezy, the most important character in the entire story.
I mean,
Or Red
wait,
Riding
isn't
Hood.
Grumpy like the head dwarf and like.
Red Riding Hood. Hold on a second. What story are we telling here?
Wait a minute.
No, it's-
What?
They just have a different iteration, I guess.
What kind of fairy
It's like maybe.
tale?
Oh, guys, I got it. It's Into the Woods. It's just a crossover of a million fairy tale stories.
Into the Woods is pretty great. Into the Woods to find a cow.
Yeah, it's so great.
To-
You
to
watched it a
save-
million times. I can tell.
No, I forget. Listen, I've only actually seen the movie. I want to see. I heard the movie butchered the play, and I actually want to see like the play eventually. Like the.
I've
I
seen the
was
play.
in the play at one point, so
because
I've watched
heard,
the play.
I heard the play was better.
Who
than the
were you?
movie.
Who'd you play?
the wolf.
Oh,
Nice.
you got gutted by the baker. I'm pretty sure the baker played
That's
the
what
role of
happens
hunter.
with the wolf in most versions, Aiden. So yes.
Not some
Good
versions.
job.
To be fair.
I just said most. I just said most. How was it today? I don't know. what that means.
I don't know what that
In one
means.
condition.
It was a day.
The other
But
groups
was it
already
a day?
doing that.
The day, in fact, was a day. Oh, and then now her other one's broken.
Oh, so
Her
I
other
guess-
arm
I
is
guess-
broken.
I guess so. One group is doing Snow White, one group is doing Red Riding Hood. I don't think there's enough characters for them to do Snow White properly. They probably should have swapped the order around and had the group with 3 do Red Riding Hood.
can't we ask Prof D for a different tale?
No, I don't want to. If we can't act out some petty folktale, then how can we defend our kingdoms?
You can act out a
Because you can
different
change your
fairy-
folktale.
Yeah,
dummy.
exactly. You're still acting out a folktale.
Fine.
Any last words?
I'll
What?
haunt you both.
What?
Mr.
Why would you say any last words as though like you're about to murder this man? Like what?
And he also said, "I'll haunt you both," as if he is.
Is he about
embracing
to
his
be
impending
murdered?
Doom. Yeah, I guess so.
No, wait.
In
But
case we don't see each other.
Also, what kind is Rosabella meant to be? Is she meant to be like Granny?
I think
with,
she's
like,
Snow
holes in
White.
her hair.
I'm
Oh,
pretty sure. I'm pretty sure she's like
Yeah.
Snow White.
course
Then
she
why
is.
is she standing with that group? Move
So
on to
special.
the others.
Also, by
She's
the
wearing
way,
the Snow White.
also,
like,
by the
jewels in her
way,
hair.
quick little beef with the Disney movie I have. I hate Snow White's dress. I have a beef with the color palette, like that blue and that yellow of Snow White's dress in the Disney movie. I think it looks hideous, and I hate that design. Like, I love blue and yellow, but like that blue and yellow, the way they combine colors, it looks terrible in that movie.
All right. Well, on the topic of this video,
She looks
I don't
she
like
has balls
I don't
in
like
her hair.
I don't like Eric's ears. The ears like are not connected to any headband. How are they staying on his head? I have questions.
They bring back
Yeah,
a
but
couple
like also,
flashbacks
but
to
also,
see
but also,
when-
like,
We're
is
both
he
talking
like?
at the same
Well,
time.
Oh, is he like wearing like a
I
fur
said it
like?
brings back a- oh,
Oh,
You're
go
doing
on.
it again.
I was gonna say
Oh
that
God,
feels like,
a people
that-
pleaser
that reminds me of
standoff.
That scene of Aphmau when she cosplays as a werewolf. It brings back cultural memories of that. Also, saying it's gonna making like fur shoulder pads or something like that.
No, but like the fur shoulder pads, like what is that? Like a fur scarf, like around his like neck or something.
No, they are.
It's like an extension of his coat.
But his
How
coat doesn't
peculiar.
have fur on it. Like,
Exactly. How peculiar.
magic, I guess. Actually, now I think about it, they should be able to transform.
Ugh.
Well, I guess they had.
I don't think we've seen. No, we haven't had closed transformation magic. Like, remember when Rosabella went?
Say we have a clothing montage. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess they can't really do that particular.
We don't know if their magic can transform clothes. Well, I think they're magic elemental actually, because like, I think we've seen energy blast and elemental is what we've seen. I don't think we've seen any like full on transformations or anything like transmutation. I don't think we've seen any of that kind of stuff.
We saw a potion, I guess, that transforms, so that's probably what they use for.
Yeah, but potions are magical, but also they're also chemical, which and more physical than magic is like. I guess magic's the umbrella term.
That instead, Aiden.
Yeah.
And we haven't even started the play yet.
You shouldn't listen to what Adrian's saying.
Someone
See, if Aiden can play Red Riding Hood, one of the girls can be Sneezy.
Exactly.
Right?
Beauty. Just so you know.
It sounds more like.
Oh, great. He's hovering and not flapping his way off the table. I really enjoyed every second of that.
He's turned to.
Oh my God.
Oh my
wait.
God.
Adrian.
Whoa,
I
there's a
skip
romance.
these two.
There's a romance.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
it.
Do it.
Remember
This is a
when you
real
chased
love
me in the
triangle.
forest? I kept ignoring you, but you still followed me.
I love every second of this.
Oh.
Mirror,
Oh
mirror
God,
on
bring
the
us back
wall,
to the gay
who's the
lovers. Boo!
Yeah, we're the gay lovers.
We
by the
want
way,
more
we did-
gay.
Exactly.
Also, you're looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect. Boo!
Oh no! The creator could have lighting, but heaven forbid we try to add a reflection because that's too much work.
Speaking
much
of lighting,
easier.
there's like a spotlight coming down on her, by the way.
Yeah,
But wait, there's a shadow on her face though. Like, is she tilting her head forward?
Backdrop there with no borders as well.
I would like to think that that's like behind, or like this wall that she's standing next to is in front of the set. That's what I think
Okay.
is going on. But there's no outline, so it just looks like they're cutting to a new scene.
Again,
And,
look at this outfit though. In what world is she beautiful? Okay,
Also, that
you have
also
demon
implies-
horns. Your
This-
face
That
is
also-
cracked. Your
That-
you have
that
you-
also-
your eyes all shadowy. I don't see how you.
I
would be like,
say every woman is beautiful. Anyway, I'm starting to realize why my devil's advocate thing about the backdrop doesn't work, because this chalkboard has like 2/3 cut out of it. So if it really is behind, then that chalkboard is doing nobody any favors.
Yeah. Also, a thing from me, she said mirror, mirror on the wall before. It's magic mirror on the wall if you're going by the Disney version.
Well, I think
There's
we've established
nothing
that this is
wrong.
different.
Well, you would think so, but they also use Sneezy, which I think is also Disney exclusive.
Ugh, you don't
This
need
is a
to
variation.
answer. I already know it's me.
What? What's the point of asking?
Who's with the spotlight? Hello?
I don't know.
So I
This
guess
can't
the prince is in love with.
What is
No, wait, who's the prince?
operating the spotlight?
Wait,
I'm
no,
questioning
wait,
the spotlight.
no, I'm questioning Spairdale too. Wait. So Okay, so there's a prince and a princess. So is there two kingdoms in this case? Because I hope a prince and a princess aren't in love, and there's only one kingdom in the story we're seeing.
Aiden, you know how you said that you had a beef with the Snow White movie. I would think that would imply that you have indeed watched the Snow White movie and therefore know the answer to that question.
I mean, yeah, I forget the art. Yeah, listen, I forget
Clearly.
the prince
Wait,
in
what?
that. No, here's the thing: the prince in that
Look,
movie
no.
is an afterthought. We're talking about this. The prince in the movie is
wanna
an
hear about it.
afterthought,
In, like,
and I
first
forget.
scene.
He's
The
in.
prince in that movie is in the first scene and the last, but also the first.
Yeah, he disappears for a majority of the movie.
Yes, but the fact is he's there, and Snow White clearly does not know him beforehand, implying that he did not in fact grow up in the same household as him.
I
That
know.
answers
No,
your
I
question.
was making more of a reference to a prince and a princess who both belong to the same kingdom. That would be
Which
gross.
is not the story of Snow White.
Yeah, no.
Moving on.
That
Glad we
doesn't apply
settled that.
here.
Great,
Glad we
yeah.
settled that. Let's move
Very
on.
highness of
Yeah.
Snowland.
Snowy Land?
Prosperity
Okay, can we talk about who's operating the spotlight now? I'm asking the real questions.
It's magic, man.
Yeah,
Magic.
It's magic, yeah.
of our kingdom is more important than your affection.
I feel like we're about to get a
Can't believe I'm
song.
doing this.
What?
Okay, that was fun.
Oh, what?
That's why they do the dwarves. Okay,
What are
sure.
those? Are they?
The dwarves,
that-
Aiden.
I was about to say, in that case, why
I
would
mean,
they
they're kind
have
of cute
a
though.
full-grown
They're
person
like the
to
gnome
ca-
things. They're kind of cute.
Yeah, they are cute. I like them. Why would they
That's
cast a full-grown person to be one of the dwarves?
I don't know. I don't think that ended up happening in the end, actually.
But
played the
they were
princess
planning
scene.
that.
They were planning it, but they clearly decided against it.
Hey, do you want to
For
drink this
obvious
potion? Do you want to drink this potion I have? It won't kill you, I promise.
By the way, very basic theater lighting choices here. I will say, as someone who's directed
Oh,
lighting
God.
before, you don't put everyone in spotlights like this. That's very.
Would it?
Theater nerd is coming out here.
Wouldn't like the lighting kind of expand or whatever?
Wait a
and, like, you'd have,
second,
like, a group
this is-
spotlight them together. They were focusing on
They're
both.
not close together enough for that to even work in the first place.
Oh, I know what's going on. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to figure out this backdrop again because this is a different backdrop, but the same wall from before with the cut-off chalkboard has arrived, except the house backdrop that was quote-unquote behind it is no longer there. Now I figured it out. The backdrops are actually in front of the walls. These backdrops are in front. That's why it's cut off, is because it's being hidden behind the backdrop and it's just being moved. I get it now. It took me a second.
Oh no!
There you go. Now they're close together, so now the lighting merges.
Madame, are you
Madame!
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 As a French person, I am insulted.
Oui, oui,
Also, the way
bonjour.
spotlights work, by the way, you don't just like extend one side of it and keep the other side exactly the same. It will expand whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say.
okay?
My throat is dry. Could I have some water?
Of course! Would you like to come inside?
By the
She's
way,
a terrible actor.
by the
Honestly,
way,
that feels in character.
Okay.
It's good to know the special character does not have all the talents in the world.
Okay,
Thank God she's
so-
not perfect.
so let's pretend the fairy tale we're seeing right now, we don't have any context for, like, it doesn't exist in the real world. Let's say this fairy tale was made up just for this episode.
Okay.
This fairy tale, based off what we know in our world, like what we know off Snow White in our world, is missing severe context. If
Maybe
you're
they're just
in the
rehearsing.
in universe, and you didn't know the fairy tale, because
Maybe
like
they're just
we
rehearsing.
didn't know that she's on the run, that she ran away. She's living with the dwarfs now because her mother, the queen, killed her because she wasn't the fairest in the world. That
What if they're
context is
rehearsing
never
the
said.
scene?
I'm pretty sure this is
What if
literally
it's not
played.
opening night?
This isn't. What this isn't.
This was like this was an assignment for like a day, I think.
Yeah, I'm
This
pretty
isn't,
sure
like, the
this
whole
is
thing.
the
probably isn't-
performance.
Okay, in that case, like
How they learn the lines so
drama.
quick. That's my question. But, you know.
That's the real question. But drama subjects do small scenes like this without context all the time.
Yeah, but
It's
no,
just to
we
test a specific drama skill.
no, we show the beginning though. We cut out the middle
Mhm.
for some reason, and now we're cutting. Well, we cut out like half the middle, and then we cut to part of the. Like there was still valuable context
Most of the
that.
time, most of them get into full costume like this, or well, I guess full costume.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure this is actually the performance, and the actual performance is missing context, unless in universe we're just
Oh my
cutting
God.
around scenes.
Wait a
But like,
second.
it's still kind of annoying. And also, why are we spending time on this? What is a random telling of Snow White have to do with the plot of Royale Fairy Academy?
Okay, the teacher explained this before, actually. Their trip got postponed because, I forget exactly why, but they couldn't travel to a different kingdom, probably because they have to investigate the whole, Azoran thing from previously. They want to get them to travel around again. So instead of that, they're enacting different fairy tales surrounding time with the idea of how far someone would go to help their kingdom, what sacrifices they would actually make. Not seeing the connection right now with Snow White, but I guess we'll see going forward. But that's the
What fairy tale would go? What fairy? Actually, you know what would be the perfect fairy tale to show off how far someone's willing to go to protect their kingdom or part of their kingdom or whatever. Maybe
When winter falls.
Oh God.
No, strikes. Oh, dang.
Maybe Sleeping Beauty. Because the prince saves the princess who will help the kingdom. Maybe I don't know. Fairy tales aren't really made for this kind of stuff.
I'm not sure if you're all familiar with the original version of Sleeping Beauty. That's not really what happens in that one.
Oh no, I was more or less referring to the Disney one because clearly this is taking reference to the Disney one. Because if you actually look at the Brothers Grimm version of Snow White, the evil queen goes to Snow White 3 times total. 2 times she fails to poison her and kill her or whatever, and the 3rd time she succeeds. So actually, it's probably taking more akin to the Brothers Grimm version, and not more the Snow White Disney version. Not the Brothers Grimm version.
I'm surprised the Disney version didn't attempt something like that. First of all, because it would have been funny, but second of all, because it would have meant they wouldn't have to extend the runtime by having a whole scene about teaching the dwarves basic hygiene. But there you go.
Hate to ruin the moment, but the blue-haired girl's hair is clipping in the top left through her hood.
Oh, it
I'll
is.
just stay here.
I'll be right back.
This isn't your house, by the way. You're just inviting a stranger to stay at this house, and you don't even live here.
Which we know because of the outside world. In your own words, if we're going by the concept of the universe, we don't know that.
No, who knows what
Well,
I'll find
yeah, but
there.
it doesn't make a good fairy tale because it makes no sense. But because why is the evil queen trying to poison her daughter randomly in her own home?
A very good question that will never go answered.
Here you go, madame.
Look, there goes
Madame. Here you go, Madame.
Over the cloak again. The fact that you had to
Oh my God, she's grabbing it from her hands are grabbing it from the underside of the cloak.
Oh my God!
Jacob's gonna show us. Jacob's gonna show us.
Dearie. Yes.
Right? Yeah, it's exactly like that. I like the attention to detail of the backdrop changing while they're talking. That's really fun.
Oh my God! Look at that apple. Doesn't it look so delicious and not all evil? That apple's making a skull face. Just makes you want to eat it right here, right now. Nom nom.
What I'm really wondering is why she's wearing an apple on her head because this is the first
Snow
time
White
in the
reason?
story
I don't
Snow White
know.
interacts with an apple. So is the implication Snow White's favorite fruit is apples, and that's why
I love apples.
Work?
I know the apple looks like a walking red flag, but I'm gonna eat it anyways because I love apples.
Maybe it's
look like red flags, but hey, this one's got green on it. Let's go.
Maybe it's like Commedia dell'arte, where all the characters have specific symbolisms to them. Like in that instance, it would be masks, but for this character, it's the massive apple on their head.
I mean, to be fair,
she took the big apple way too seriously.
This may be taking inspiration from Ever After High, which Snow White's daughter in that is literally called Apple White, which is inspired off the fairy tale.
Apple White.
And may take
wear an apple on her head.
I think she has like an apple themed like pin or whatever on her head. And the actual
You're
Also,
meaning
what-
this
also,
this
what
is
a-
meant to
what a
be
terrible
foreshadowing her
name.
child?
What
Apple
a
White?
terrible name for her daughters. Like,
It's
oh,
ever
yes,
after
please,
high, you know. Listen.
Please meet my meet my son, Cyanide.
Yeah, you know.
Meet my child, Granny Smith.
Well, actually, in My Little Pony, that's literally, you know, what the grandma
is that
was
like
named.
Applejack's grandmother or something?
Yeah, they live with their
Oh,
grandma.
yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Want to come inside?
No, thank you, dear. You're so sweet.
I like her old
have
lady
an
voice.
apple.
That looks like
should
death
eat it
itself.
yourself.
Have an apple,
You should
I
eat it
covered it in
yourself.
my luminescence.
Force feeds the poison apple to the old lady.
Oh, never mind. I see you appear to have one yourself on your.
Oh no, dear. This
It's
is
on your
for
head.
you.
But this is yours. I can't take it.
Wait, I would love if like Apple White's father was Isaac Newton. That'd be the perfect connection.
Just take it.
Okay. Thanks.
I would be.
Whoa! She's becoming transparent. Hello,
Oh,
her
the cup's
hood is
transparent. Oh
her
no!
hood is open.
Now that I've received my reward and give you the apple, my work on this mortal plane is done.
Oh.
Farewell, child.
I'm off to commit terrible crimes. Fare thee well, Ring.
I'll be wanted in at least 13 countries. But I
There's also one important thing I meant to tell you.
under no circumstances eat that apple because otherwise
Don't eat it.
What?
Okay, madame.
I'm gonna be honest. If someone really insisted I take food, and then I'm like, are you sure? It's like
Unconscious
it's like, I don't-
people don't want tea.
And it's like, eat the apple, eat it right now. It's like, I think there's a razor blade in this apple. I don't want to eat it now.
I mean, Bon, you are right. Unconscious people don't want tea. Someone should tell the Princess Sleeping Beauty that. But also, yeah.
Well, listen, she's gonna get some sugar, okay? When she's unconscious, it's fine
A
though.
lot of sugar, that's true. But also, yeah, I like the fact that like that apple actually does have a bite mark out of it. I do appreciate when food has that. In fact, I really
But I hate that it looks like a skull and it's dripping in poison.
We know.
Yes, we've established that. You're correct.
Just eat the apple off your head. It's okay. The apple on your head isn't poisoned.
Oh, I feel weird.
I feel weird.
If only you listened to
I like how the prince had to come on screen to do the transformation.
me.
Wait, what'd you tell
Queen
her? If only you listened to me.
I think somewhere before she warned about this. I don't know.
What are you doing here?
Wait. No, wait. So he's the prince of the kingdom. Normally, it's like the evil stepmom poisoning Snow White. So is Snow White the princess in this story? Wait a minute. Oh no, is that the evil stepmom?
But I can't be a royal in she's meant to be in character.
Oh my god.
Honestly, that does feel like a like a Chloe versus Marinette thing to do. I'm having Baker Girl be a princess. I don't know, something like that.
For your girlfriend. But I guess she's not
Oh.
here, because no one's answering. I suppose
She's dead on the floor right next to me. What do you mean? She's right there, dead. I smell her corpse rotting.
She's not in the spotlight.
Yeah, her body got dragged off previously. I think we're meant to be in a different. Well, the set hasn't changed yet. Actually, the backdrop's still the same.
Yeah, the set isn't changed. It's normally an indicator, or like the screen will fade to black, or like the lights will like fade down and then will fade up. You know, with the characters in a slightly different position.
Let's go, son.
But
well, I like that term.
Whoa! Look at the cape.
Yes.
Also, I thought
Go.
Also, I thought I guess her. This is a weird telling of Snow White.
Yeah, figure that out right.
Moving on.
This is
oh,
so
we didn't
bad.
deploy his wings before he set up his
Oh,
flying.
what?
The next day.
You couldn't get an actual
first
bed. He just
character
has
ever
to.
to
He has to
sleep
sleep
suspended,
horizontal.
I think it's 'cause the bed's a backdrop.
I know. You couldn't get a bed. You couldn't get like a couch or a bunch of chairs. Like there are ways around this. How do you think they do it in actual theater?
Yeah.
What is it, Queen Mother?
Queen Mother, I
Queen
love
Mother?
that. It's
That
like,
is an
no.
actual term. That's an actual royal term, by the way.
But why would you call her
Really?
Queen Mother? Why wouldn't you just be like, what is it, Mother? Why do you have to call her Queen? It's like, I demand to be acknowledged as the Queen of the Kingdom when you address me, okay? Even if you're my son and just calling me Mom, you're not allowed to. Oh,
People call their parents sir and ma'am sometimes, so who knows?
Yeah, but like I don't go.
You don't say
crap,
Sir
my
Dad.
Yeah, Sir Dad. There. Yeah, it's like.
But
like,
yeah, I
my
can
parents
understand
are
if it's actual terminology, then there's nothing wrong with Royale Fairy Academy. Like that's just
Royale.
terminology.
We had to emphasize that she's a royal. Duh.
Yeah, but like actually to use like the British royal family as an example, you had like obviously the previous Queen Elizabeth II, but her mother was also called Elizabeth, but she was called like Queen Elizabeth the Queen Mother to differentiate.
Princess of Snowy Land is cursed. They need our help.
Snowy Land.
When winter strikes. Sorry.
Word is spread that Her Highness is in a deep sleep.
Then why doesn't she wake up?
Because she's in a deep sleep, dummy.
Why doesn't she wake up? It's like I wonder why.
It's same DNA's username in the background of this shot. That feels like Music Freaks, actually.
What do you want me to do about that?
First off, you have to
First off, stop slicing your ear with your wings. I think I didn't see that.
brush your teeth.
Yep, slice.
Why do I have to brush my teeth?
Why?
Because
I
you're
mean,
going to have to kiss her. You want to have a good breath.
well, yeah, but you cursed her. You cursed her. Why are you encouraging him to go kiss her to wake her up?
No idea.
I just woke up.
That's like you murdering someone and then sending all the evidence to the police. Be like, hey guys, this is for the court case later. It's like, why would you do that?
The real version of a self-report.
Or gonna kiss the princess.
What?
No, it's not.
Why?
It's kind of smart, actually.
Oh no, I get what's going on. This seems to be Pink's method of getting revenge rather than
Well, let's do a stage kiss. Stage kiss.
Why do I have to kiss her?
To break the spell, you dummy.
But you're the queen. You're saying this end character as the queen. Oh, now there's a bed.
Now there's a bed. Now they have a bed. Yeah.
Now
So
there's a
amazing. You're really making him do all the work, huh? He has to do like a sideways plank in the middle of the air. Can you imagine how much power that must take from the wings if they're at the bottom? Like, that should not be possible. Have you ever seen an animal fly upside down? No? You wonder why, don't you?
Rosabella?
No.
Honestly, just like fold your cape over yourself and do it that way. Easy answer. Oh, now the set changes also.
Do you
That's her chin. Move up a little bit.
think he's going to do it?
Oh god, the wolf boy's coming.
Prof D! Eric's interrupting our play.
And my head's
Oh
bleeding
my
now.
god,
Slamming
it's
like
oh my god, it's acting. You're not actually like, I know you're kissing her, but like it's not like a romance or like a quote unquote like kiss, like you're actually kissing the characters are kissing, not it's acting.
There are so many ways of doing stage kisses, by the
Yeah,
way.
I don't know, like
Right?
like I know sometimes people like have their back to the audience and like get really close to the face and go mwah, and then be like, wow, look, we kissed totally. You didn't see it though.
He can like fold his cape over. He can put like, his thumbs out, like do.
You can do a masking effect where you just turn away.
You know, just
Yeah.
you just gotta obscure your face, be like, mwah, I kissed her. Wow.
I mean masking in theater terms, not animation terms.
Yes.
Where you are blocking the audience.
Oh, I guess.
What's going on?
It's Eric. He's interrupting the scene.
What? He's right there. You
Eric,
can't see?
he's being the alpha male that we all knew he was.
I gotta make a music go reference here. You're ruining the play.
Yes, Bella.
Just kiss her.
You know, just saying. Whenever we remake
Wait
that
a
episode,
second.
I want BB to have that exact voice direction for that one Pete line. You're ruining the play.
That's not gonna
Hold
happen.
on.
Do you think she's ever gonna repeat that? No way.
No, but
Hold
I
on.
want her to really
So
bad.
hold on, guys. I have to ruin this. I am so sorry. So we've got Rosa Bella, we've got a werewolf, and we've got a pale-looking royal who looks like he hasn't aged a day.
Oh.
I think we are reenacting Twilight, my friends.
Oh, I see. Sha la 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 la, I will rage. Eric, get off the stage so he can kiss the girl. There you go.
Where?
I have to kiss Rosabella.
No, you can't.
It didn't seem
Why?
like you
Yes,
wanted
you
to.
can.
Why can't he? Okay, what is
Why is
happening?
Rosa
Why?
Bella, gentlemen,
This is real
there's enough to
uncomfortable.
go around.
Stop putting it.
Sha la 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 la, so intense. The scene makes no sense.
Ugh.
What? I thought you
Remember,
liked her,
Isabella.
dude. Why are you eating popcorn? I thght you were
Why
supposed
aren't
to be the alpha.
Hey,
Oh, no,
teacher,
he-
why aren't
he's
you
moved on
doing
from her a
anything?
while ago. Agent moved on from her a while ago and is now fully Team Eric. Basically, that was like a thing that happened. A few
Oh my
episodes
god,
ago.
just date Eric
Hey,
already.
Teach, why aren't you doing anything?
Why are you letting this happen?
Maybe
Like
this
you're
was- yeah.
you're making the guy who has to kiss her uncomfortable, and you're making Rosabella very uncomfortable. Yeah.
Ooh, the theater. Oh, what a
Also,
what a
by
twist.
the
It's
way,
like-
if
it's
you
like,
kiss-
it's like Monsieur Jardin from Code Lyoko, just being like,
No, wait, but
oh,
here's
well,
the-
this is an interesting.
No,
twist they're
here's the
doing
thing
here.
though. If you kiss someone on a stage or like in a movie or play or in any context that's theatrical, that's not you're actually kissing them, it's like not really. I mean, it counts as a kiss, but it's not really a kiss. It's not like a romantic kiss.
I will say
Like hypothetically kisses her now. It's not like she and whatever thing she has with Eric is gonna disappear because she had a stage kiss with a random guy.
All right.
It's not like she's gonna suddenly be like, oh my god, I'm with this guy
Okay.
now because we kissed.
This actually did happen in Good Luck Charlie, but other than that situation, no, that is usually not the
So,
case.
yeah. There are 3 reasons why this scene isn't really making sense for me. So, and all 3 of us have addressed these things. I'm just summing it up. So, first of all, there are ways of kissing without showing it. Second of all, there's no reason why Eric should be getting mad because it's a stage kiss. There's nothing meant by it. He is not in love with her. There is nothing meant by it. And third
They
of
are
all,
not
it was
dating.
clear by his expressions anyway that he didn't want to do this. He was looking towards the teacher and the people watching and was a little bit nervous. So I don't understand why he's mad when Eric just got him out of a completely uncomfortable situation. That's 3 things that just makes this scene not work.
To reference Legend of Evantris here. Are we really going to do this? I hope the Dungeon Master stops us.
Nah,
If
listen,
you-
I think who needs a fade of black when you have it happen on screen? It'd be funnier.
Valdez, you are to blame. I will never forgive you for this.
Oh my
Bella,
god.
It's okay. You don't
Bella.
need to.
Where the hell have you been, Loca?
I'm okay. Kai?
It's just I can't unsee it now.
I can't. He's gonna kill me.
What?
Yeah,
That's
Oh my
what you're
God.
worried about?
I mean,
I guess,
yeah.
He was on before, but now this is okay.
No, he's not.
Look
You-
at him.
You already ruined the
I like
his
performance.
voice crack, by the way.
His voice cracks are awesome.
No, listen, you've already ruined the performance. Someone who wasn't
Yeah,
supposed to be on
So
stage
let's
is
all
on
calm
stage.
down. The
Everyone
scene
is
is clearly
screwing at each
broken.
other.
The
That's-
scene is over.
You've
Why is
already-
there still tension? It's over. Go back to your seat. Sit down, Eric, like the good dog that you are, and let's just carry on. Okay, you are such.
We
a
have already
piece of
broken the scene.
dog
Pink
poo.
and
It's
Eric
over,
both broke the
isn't
scene
it?
already.
Isn't it? Please say it's over. It's over, isn't it? Anyway.
Oh
You're
god.
waiting for.
Kai!
No!
Kai!
No!
Kai!
No!
It's over!
Oh!
Bro!
Ah!
He said no!
Ah!
He said no!
This is
Unconscious people don't want tea! The scene was over!
Why does every gacha have to have non-consensual kissing? No!
I get what Rosabella was trying to do, and I will address that first. What she was trying to do here was basically, first of all, get Eric off her back because, obviously Eric's being possessive right now with no actual justification. Like I said before, they're not dating, all that fun and jazz. From Rosabella's perspective, also, it seems that there's that was part of the scene, is what we thought, and that and Kai's only reservation he was expressing was the fact that Eric was there, meaning that as far as she was concerned, if Eric was not an issue, then he would be on board with this. However, knowing what Kai was going through at this particular point and knowing the pressure from Pink recontextualizes that and makes it so that what Rosabella did was not okay because of what happened with Kai here. Eric, who cares? Forget him right now. He doesn't matter at this point. But yeah, that's where things went wrong, writing wise.
Oh, well, I guess we can tie it back to Music Freaks again with that unconsensual kissing.
I suppose we can, yes. And in fact, that was the episode. That was the creator's least favorite episode as well.
And now Eric's throwing a fit because I guess Rosabella doesn't love him. Not that she ever did.
Oh no, she did, but that's as far as he's concerned.
It's still okay. Whether she did or didn't, it doesn't matter. Like we were saying before, stage kissing does not mean love.
Yeah, I guess it just.
It is acting.
He hasn't got enough emotional maturity yet to recognize that.
Seriously.
Well done. This is what I expect of you to do.
Well done. This is
well done. That play was awful. That was horrible. The whole scene got ruined.
Okay.
What?
Again, I think what the teacher was going for here is the idea that Rosabella continued the scene regardless of what distractions occurred. She took the initiative herself, didn't have to get someone else involved, like a royal would take initiative and save their kingdom. Again, tie back to the theme of what this class was supposed to be about in the first place. That's what he's going for here. It's only because of what we know Kai was going through at this point that now, oh yeah, none of this is okay anymore. That's the thing.
I like to imagine if this is a whole twist, and the teacher is this was all one big sting operation. I'm not actually a drama teacher. I'm a sex educator, and you need a new lesson on consent. You are getting an F in this subject.
So, the Princess of Snowyland should have been asleep. You showed the class how you embrace your characters, regardless of the commotion in your surroundings. Since
there you go, just as Jacob said.
Yeah.
Group 2's wolf is missing.
He's basically trying to be Psychowitz right now.
Oh my god, this teacher is the worst. Oh, since Eric ran off in such fury, we're going to replace him.
Well, actually, no, that makes sense too from a theater perspective. It's okay, fine, an actor's having a hissy fit, fine, understudies, you go, it's your turn, the show must go on. I 100%
that student, that student,
then whatever, get out there.
That student is in your care. You are responsible for going to find him and bringing him back to class.
Depending on the age of the student, actually, sometimes they are just allowed to leave. It really depends. And now KW is back again with this. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it this time. I'll take it this time because what we just went through right now. Sure. All right. Anyway, yeah, this class is damaging. No. Yeah.
We'll reschedule the next performance for another time. And a word.
Wait, I thought you were replacing him. Why do you need to reschedule? If you're rescheduling, why do you need to replace him?
Jacob no longer agrees with the teacher.
Yeah, I was following this up until he said that.
Sure, you may have to choose whether
you
to
better
follow
not
your
have been.
Mind or your heart. There's no right or wrong answer, but your kingdom's well-being must always be your priority.
Okay, that's an interesting take, actually. Because normally when you talk about oh yes, my duty is to my kingdom or something, usually the answer is always the mind over the heart. The conflict usually comes in from the idea of someone's personal desires getting in the way of that. But he just said that there's no wrong answer in that instance. But he also said the king's priority was to be top priority, so that also kind of goes against that too. But it's an interesting idea that he went through until like the end of that sentence. You know, to quote something Entertainment again, that was pretty great until it wasn't. I've never heard a take like that before in something that was royal related. That's usually not what authority figures will enforce.
He didn't even bother to take his costume off.
No, he's too distressed to do that. Maybe he'll throw it in a rage to show how edgy he is.
Also, these guys are walking not with the hop, but they're still like these guys have the opposite problem. They're like taking bigger steps, but they're not covering as much ground as they should be.
I guess the hop was exclusive to Eric, and now he's lost the pep in his step.
Yeah, I was about to say he lost the pep.
What happened?
What happened? You saw everything and you had popcorn!
What do you mean, what happened? He went on stage, made a fool of himself, and ran off in a temper tantrum. That's what happened.
I messed up.
Yeah, you did. Yep.
Shouldn't you be comforting me?
Nope.
Well, it's
not my job. Boo-hoo.
Why don't you just apologize?
Do you think she's mad at me?
Yes. That's kind of why she did that.
Obviously.
I mean, Kai's mad at her, obviously, but, you know, she's mad at you.
Instead of moping around, why don't you talk to her?
I just realized also, that might have been Rosabella's first kiss. I think. Considering she had, like, almost no interaction with boys, is implied to be straight for the most part. Yeah, like, probably.
I don't think I can face...
The legs flailing on as they walk like puppets in a stage is irrationally funny. Yeah, we're all just used to it by this point, but yeah, that is also true.
You should have seen Eric before. He was like hopscotching his way around. Yeah, here we go again. Yeah, Jacob, give us a demonstration.
That's how he walked.
Of course you can't. You're still dressed up like a wolf.
Thanks. You're the best.
I got your back.
Adrian the best. Okay, here we go. Cursivia. Now we get the now we're going back to the lore, back to the actual plot of this. Okay. The simplified dictionary. Okay, for same DNA. You know what? Alright, that's cool. That's okay, yeah. Alright. Okay. Be sure to tip your streamer. And I would tip my hat to you if it wasn't currently covered in dust.
Hey.
Anyway, thank you for the $5. Okay, Cursivia. Cursivia is a type of weed originating from the southern region of Azor. So historically, this invasive species has been used to hoard nutrients as a means of destroying undesirable plants. This led to many kingdoms banning the possession of Cursivia. With the enforcement of the No Azorian Decree, sightings of Cursivia have become few and far between. However, gate guards have claimed that Azorians are utilizing the weed on kingdom gardens to retaliate, which is pretty much exactly what's been happening, at least in the Flower Kingdom. Although now we're back within that same like bordering area, so are they still in the Flower Kingdom right now? Have they not moved? As well as that, I guess they never returned. They just did their lesson there. I mean, a good thing the Flower Kingdom had access to the costumes and props required for Snow White and Red Riding Hood then. Interesting. Rumors have spread regarding a Cursivia attack on the castle gardens of Windgrove. Ah yes, the history, as in like what happened literally 2
The theory.
Yeah. Attack at a castle. Yeah, sorry. The reason for this is unknown. Witnesses claim students of the Royale Ferry Academy are visiting during the yeah. That was some nice scrolling action, by the way, as well.
My phone died.
Okay, so
Hi?
yeah, I'm back for a second. I mean, I was watching the whole time. I was eating. Anyways.
Okay.
Thank you for muting.
Yes. Anyways, back to important. Okay, so I was thinking about this. That play was so pointless.
That's what you were thinking about?
Come to that conclusion.
I mean, I'm kind of frustrated because like we have this
The
whole plot.
embodiment of passive aggressiveness.
Yeah, Yeah, listen. Okay, we get it, Jacob. You're big brain. I don't care. Anyway,
Careful, he's strong in the passive aggression. He's
yeah.
real
Well,
strong.
I'm strong as something else.
What does that
I
even
don't know what
mean?
that means. It's a problem. I say things and I don't know what that means.
Take that, Jacob.
I don't even know what my own insults mean. My own insults mean nothing.
Torvik
Yeah.
is really confused. I don't know what's happening.
No. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Important dialogue stuff. So that
The play is pointless.
The play was pointless.
That's it.
And it annoys me. We spent like a what? We spent
Cool. Can we move on now?
The episode like probably spent like a third of its runtime on that single plot point, and that doesn't serve the grander plot or the plot of the episode very well.
We can talk about that in pros and cons.
Annoyance. Anyway,
Okay.
Yeah,
Great. Moving on.
Yeah, we are almost at the end, so yeah, probably good to elaborate on that a little bit later.
Where's the light coming from? Oh, the
lamp.
It's nice.
No, there's light.
Hey, there's
on
light
his
behind
left-
him.
There's light on his right arm.
Oh. Okay.
There's light
Can we
behind
talk?
him.
I'm sorry about earlier.
How about hey, it's Eric?
Oh, what? Wait, she's got caller ID, I assume.
Oh, maybe.
I
Oh,
honestly don't know
going into
caller
this restricted zone.
I mean,
Nicholas
that
Flamel.
That was foreshadowed earlier, so I guess now she's.
Yeah, you know, the creator just had to put some filler in this episode before actually getting to the meat of the story,
It
you
was
know.
called a fairy story. The filler was the main point of the episode itself. You know, it wouldn't be Royale Fairy Academy without the shipping getting in the way of everything else.
Who needs an interesting story when you have shipping, you know?
Also, great security for an entire species that can fly, by the way.
Where could I find the book about Cursibia?
Probably in like a history section.
Oh, convenient.
Probably actually like a botany section if there is one.
Huh?
Or the floor if it just randomly falls down.
Guys, do you think this book's about Cursibia?
No, it'll be really funny if she like goes to the book's like, huh? Is it this? Just like
A dictionary.
Yeah, secrets of growing beers. Like secrets of growing potatoes. No, this is useless. That's not what I want. Oh, that's the book there.
Oh my god, we should do that gag in a show one day. Like characters walking in the library being like, we need to find a book about. We need to find the book on blank or whatever. Like whatever the plot of the episode is, and they just hear a book fall. And it's like, what's that? They go up, pick up the book. It's like, is it? And then someone asks, is it? It's like, no. It's a book about grim fairy tales. It's like, oh.
Autobiography of Dean J. useless. Yeah.
Just
honestly,
throws the book.
I need to remember to do that in Northwich Academy at one point.
That'd be funny.
The Diary of King Xarius the First.
Oh.
That's not right. What?
Yeah. Get out of here.
Okay, she just took that book and left. Oh.
Ooh,
scary demon
eyes.
eyes.
The fade. The fade is the most scary part.
Also, I thought she was trying to read a book on Cursibia.
Oh, sorry, guys. Wrong Harry Potter movie. This is obviously Chamber of Secrets with that diary.
Okay, no, but I thought she literally went to that library to like get a book to read about Cursibia, and she ended up leaving with some diary about like a king or whatever.
She decided to take a diary and not continue to look.
Like you didn't also grab the book on Cursibia, you just left. Okay.
I mean, I know this story is going into like the idea of destiny or something, but she's not meant to really put that together yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
We all know she's secretly a royal. That's a weird 3D book though.
Can we go back a few frames? Just to her walking off.
Does she?
Okay.
Oh, we're too far now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just to her leaving the book.
Oh my god, a book about Cursibia
Xarius the First.
and the king. The twist is gonna be she's secretly a princess that we find out in the last few episodes.
My descendants will never know of their royal lineage, but they shall be florists for the rest
Also,
of
wait,
time
doesn't that
and have
kind of
powers
defeat
of a plant life?
No, wait, but if they are going in the direction of her being like a secret royal, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of her being like an average citizen, a non-royal? It's like, oh,
yes, it does.
Yep.
I'm
that
really,
defeats
really,
the whole purpose.
Really hoping that they don't do that. I mean, it's kind of like it's basically what happened in Winx Club or something. It's like, oh wait a minute, I didn't know there were fairies in Earth. That must be I'm the last one. Nope, you're from a different dimension. You have fire powers that no one has seen before. But guess what? Someone else is a fairy from Earth. Ah, yes. This was planned the whole time.
Retcons, they're back.
Alright, stop. Aw, man, you missed it again. That's fine. I just wanted to point out that she has the faintest amount of freckles on her face. And I don't know how the heck you're supposed to see that when you're in the wide shots. That's a crazy attention to detail.
The freckles moved!
Are the freckles new?
The right eye moved! They rotated.
They're alive!
Well, I mean, technically it is. Freckles are like skin cancer or whatever, right? Oh.
Tom Marvel O'Riddle!
Moon 1470. Thus far, teleportation.
Okay, 1470. So they might use the metric system. We don't have clarification on that yet, but they do follow the Gregorian calendar. That's something.
Tom Marvel O'Riddle.
Wait,
wow, the book's writing in real time.
Wait, hold on, they follow the Gregorian calendar. Does that mean that Jesus is canon?
Very Jesus.
Very Jesus!
That explains the angels on the Christmas trees.
Oh my god. It's so obvious.
Okay, fine. Yes, it's also season 3. Fine, whatever. But also, that was still a twist of like, oh wait a minute, I feel like I'm just a normal person. Like what? Like I bet even have powers throughout most of the series. But guess what? No, it turns out I do have the big and most special power of all because I am the main character. That was still regardless of existing,
Winx Club abridged, or she's attention or whatever. It's not on her.
Yes, there's a reason they did that.
It's great.
Winx Club Abridged actually starts with season 2, so they already established that. So they already. They implied that Bloom just developed an ego naturally over time, which, yeah, would have been justified given what happened.
A fairy could possess, capable only by that of Azorian descent.
Okay, I thought it was like there was like a typewriting machine in the background, like all the typing, but no, it's like a drum set sound like. Dun, dun, dun.
You know what? This book is written like the Bible.
However, it appears that has changed. The army of Vermontre discovered the Kozaria, a race of...
This is not in time with the writing.
So wait, so she's a thing called the Rosaria?
Wait a minute, Nikocado Avocado wrote this book because they're 2 lines ahead.
What? It's written like a poem as well. Like, look at it, it's like written like a poem.
Yeah, which honestly now makes me think they should have made this rhyme, but...
Yeah.
They are the only race to...
Jesus being canon for music falls biblical canon. Biblical canon are angels that aren't pure enough for heaven, but not bad enough to fall. I mean, maybe that implies.
I guess that
the
works.
here, like they're actually, yeah. Honestly, yeah, a little bit.
How does the kaleidoscope fit into this?
That explains why demons are a concept for them as well.
Well, you see, the world's a kaleidoscope in a kaleidoscope.
The power of the Repacho. All kingdoms of reverie have been informed of the document.
The Repacho. That sounds like a musical term. You've got andante, piano, pianissimo, Repacho.
That's not even really how it looks like it's written. It looks like it's written reparatio.
Yeah, reparatio.
Reparatio, yeah.
Which sounds like a Harry Potter spell as well, actually.
It does.
This show hurts my brain. Yeah.
We're almost done, don't worry.
According to our emissary, one can reap their power by slaying the leader of the Kozaria.
Oh, now we've caught up as well. So, whoever the VA who read this did not necessarily like know what speed. Well, it's natural.
Well, the animation was probably made without the voice actor in mind.
Yeah. Okay, bye V. I'm sorry we never found out what that what's day meant.
His Majesty of Amontre failed to...
And now it's ahead.
Now it's ahead.
This is like Aiden's version of Wings. It starts off behind, then goes ahead.
Wings.
Yeah, not that part specifically.
Give us all foresee the attaining of Repacho at all costs.
What? Wait, was she reading that?
Thought she left.
Yeah, she left, and I guess it was just reading itself out loud as she returned.
Was there like was the weird darkness being reading it out loud, and she's like, "Oh my God, the darkness being of eyes of evil" or something? Ah.
Okay, I don't know what King's doing here.
Yeah, isn't he?
To quote Mean Girls, he doesn't even go here.
Yeah, because like they went on an airship to get here and they flew far away. Why are you crying? What happened? What's happening? Ah!
A book that talked to me.
It fell from a shelf when I was looking for a different book, and I had to pick it up because I'm an idiot.
Oh my God!
Oh
my God!
Like I said before, it wouldn't be Royale Fairy Academy if this thing didn't get in the way of the story.
Yeah, you know,
Always.
that ending scene, you know, makes no sense. Did the book magically open and start reading itself? Was a darkness being in the room? I don't know. The framing wasn't very clear, but she freaked out and ran away. I don't understand it.
It could have ended with her taking the book with the evil face hovering over as she walked by. We could have stopped there, and it would have been fine.
And that ending with the guy walking in and being like, "Oh my God, you're holding another man."
Ghosty wants to be let in at the end. Ghosty has final thoughts. Ghosty got here like towards like the last 2 minutes of video time, and yet Ghosty has final thoughts.
I have questions.
No, I don't have questions. I don't like this.
I am so sad.
I have answers, but I don't like the answers I came to.
That's too many claps.
Well, final thoughts before Ghosty shows up. Oh wait.
Final thoughts. Kill me.
Like, by the way, I don't have my webcam on because I look like a weak and failed little baby right now. But aside from that,
it's fine. Your profile.
I've been following you guys watching Royale Fairy Academy, and I've learned a few things. Why does the shipping take precedence of the story? Marketing hot anime boys is kind of part of the job. But why would you push them this aggressively? Where did that one guy come from? The other end of the hallway? In that case, did he also not see the book demon?
I guess not. The chance for me to enter. Everyone has final thoughts. Everyone has gripes with this.
Like, I just gotta say that. No, I watched more than the last 2 minutes. I've actually.
Guys, in that case, prepare for screaming. I'm sure Kidobby's going to come in. No, I'm sure Kidobby's going to come in screaming. Just wanted to give you all a heads up. Those of us with hearing sensitivity. I've already taken the headphones off, so.
Yeah, I'm taking off my headphones now.
My ears are bleeding.
Yeah, Jacob, you'll have to give Ghosty a signal once the screaming's done.
Yeah, well, the thing will be putting my headphones back on.
But to finish my final thoughts, I just wanted to say that cliffhanger shouldn't have existed.
Agreed.
It made no sense.
Hey, I know you saw a book demon and all, but oh my God, you're hugging another man? What?
When I came to the irony of it is the best too. He came to apologize for throwing a hissy fit when she forced a kiss.
And then he's gonna have a hissy fit as soon as he sees that. Oh no!
History repeats itself, I suppose.
You know, don't apologize at that point. Just say you have issues with her being around men, okay? Just don't apologize anymore.
Oh my god, this Aiden and Jacob, this is an Ulrich and Yui situation all over again.
Oh my gosh.
This is the Code Lyoko death spiral. No,
Here we are going far to save all that we love.
We can put we
Okay. Take off the headphones, guys.
Okay.
Alright,
3,
here we go.
2.
Alright. Begin.
What is wrong with this series?
You are like normal volume when my headphones are off.
I didn't even have my headphones on. I heard all of that.
I can't imagine what that was like for anybody with headphone user.
I just
headphones.
Look, man, I love, drama with romantic arcs and stuff like that. But this is the absolute, oh my god, I just
It
wanted
makes
to
no
throw
sense.
up.
It's a mess. It's horribly written.
Like, I have...
where the hell
The focus is all over the place. We have
where
story
have I
progression, but then we
You wanna know
immediately
where
focus on weird romantic side plots with unnecessary forced drama.
For me, romantic plots are few and far between because romance is not really my strong suit in real life or in fiction.
Indeed.
But when I write them, they do not interfere with the plot.
What, you don't randomly derail your story for random relationship drama? What?
Yeah.
They're not even dating. They're not even dating. He's acting like they're dating. They're not even a couple.
No, like
Writing romance is when the plot is the romance. When it's a romance story, then that's when I focus on it.
I had even read books where at first didn't have romance, but then they have like romance, like side plots, stuff like that. But it was still relevant to the story because there's things called like mates and stuff like that with some stories, or it's just it's actually there and it fits within the story and stuff like that. With this, however, I'm just like, how did it? This does not make what? It just makes my head dizzy.
Like the romance side plot in this doesn't even make much sense.
Yeah.
Even then, the drama class, as Aiden pointed out earlier, made no sense other than to get like the main love interest guy into the same corridor as main love interest girl and side character B. I don't care what their names are, Jacob. I don't care about this show.
I have been writing, I've been reading, and then I decided, I did a lot of writing and did a lot of reading, so I'm just gonna play a online game and stuff like that. And just been chatting with my friends, and stuff like that, figuring stuff out, piecing things up for campaigns or whatever. And I was like, oh, Jacob's live stream. I'm going to have fun with it by, singing some lines from a particular
It's
song.
Royale Fairy Academy. You're not going to have any fun here.
Which, by the way, if only you could project when singing the same way you project when screaming like this, that would have made the song way better, for the record.
I did project. What's funny, I did project it.
I think Jacob does not seem to think so.
I was going to say, I have the audio.
Wait! Well, I think I had to turn my... did I accidentally turn down my mic? Oh, no.
I mean, I can send you what I have so far. I haven't, changed the volume yet, so I can...
I mean, I listen to my own recordings to make sure this is not an issue, so...
Well, here's the thing. I turn off my desktop audio, have the music pretty loud so I can hear the beats and stuff like that, and just sing right on top of my lungs and make sure my mic is close enough. But
that is a good technique, by the way. I too like to play loud music whenever I need to project over something.
And then I did at one point just turn off the music just to see if it sounded any better and just read like a lyric video just to see if there's any sort of difference. At least once with each one.
Okay,
Like,
well,
if
I will
anything-
send you the audio of the best text I've had so
Yeah.
what I've done so
Let's-
far. I got to the first chorus.
We should get back on track then.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but if Royal Family Academy taught me anything, it's how not to end an episode. because this is
true.
This is actually like a pretty terrible idea to sidetrack the plot in order to force romance in your faces.
It prioritized the wrong things.
Literally without trying.
Like, if anything, what was she scared of? Like, we didn't even get to see it.
The book was talking to her. You don't understand.
Oh no, it's a Tom Riddle situation.
Yeah, but if Tom Riddle spoke, Harry Potter would be crying in a ball in the arms of Cedric Diggory. You understand that?
No.
You hadn't met Cedric Diggory at that point, but otherwise, yeah.
And then Ginny runs in, dropping her flowers.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I actually forgot this is actually a brand new series too. Oh no.
Brand new series?
It's not too new. It's been running for a few years technically at this point.
Yeah, but still.
Do you mean it's still going?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
The latest episode was like episode 11 a few months ago.
Yeah.
Like.
Anyways, our two new people. Did you have any more final thoughts?
Yeah, the animation is good, but they kind of walk around without bounce, and they don't cover as much ground as their walking animation shows that they should.
Yeah.
So they're just flailing around their legs like Jim Henson puppets, and it kind of tickles me pink every time I see it.
Final thoughts is, I wish the ending was just the book part. That is it. Like, we didn't need any access to that. Like, here's the thing. Like, I get it. I do too enjoy romance plots, but when it works, this just generally did not work. If they kind of built it up from the beginning and stuff like that, show slight friendliness or embarrassment and stuff like that, or just show there was a cold friendship bond kind of ordeal that just grew more and more as the episodes go by and stuff like that, then yeah, I could see it being, like this. But because we didn't have any of that until just now, apparently, I just want to gag. I feel like I just watched the worst version of a Twilight ripoff, but with fairies.
Well, I guess Bond's comparison was accurate then.
But the thing is, this show does have potentially more interesting stories to cover with the royals, whatever's going on with these weird roots, maybe some of the history of the world. There's so much more interesting ground than who Rosabelle is going to end with. Yeah. Which, by the way, she's obviously going to end up with that guy that they keep pushing her with the guy who keeps getting jealous. She's obviously probably going to end up with him. So, I mean, I don't know. The fact that they're going to prolong it probably to the finale just to be like, oh, are they going to get slow? We don't know. It's like, they are. Stop pretending like it's not going to happen. It's obvious.
Not unless they
wow, it's not like any other TV shows.
Can anyone hear Ghosty?
Breaking up, but you're a robot.
Ghosty's Wi-Fi is dropping her sanity is.
Yeah, from what I heard was it's not like a TV show.
I'm ridiculous ladybug.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, we understood all of that, Ghosty.
Yeah.
I actually referenced back to this earlier, and I said that one of the reasons that I don't dislike it as much as literally like most people who dislike it do. Is because I just don't care about the romance stuff. That will sort itself out. That will fizzle itself out over time. Whatever. Let's focus on the other actually interesting stuff. And that's probably why I enjoy it more.
I don't know. Some seasons of Miraculous have less interesting stuff going on. Season 3 has nothing interesting going on.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Season 3 has barely anything going on. Season 3 is the worst season for me. Season 1's pretty rough, but
to be back to Fairy Academy, I gotta say, I kind of like the story other than the shipping elements. It does have some interesting kick to it that I'd like to see. Mm-hmm. I'm thoroughly uninterested in the romance aspect.
No,
but everything else is very interesting.
No, I really hope that y'all do something like Niggly did ages ago when they had that Magic series going on, and they decided, oh, who should our main character get with? This guy or the other guy? I'm just like, so you're telling me you do not know who you're wanting to ship with? Your own freaking show? Okay, what?
In my opinion, all of the protagonists should just get together. Polyfuel time.
Together. They're all terrible for each other.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the guy's super
I'm on
jealous.
the
Like,
side where they don't need anyone. It's
you
best
know
that they all
what?
stay far away
Rosabella
from each
stays
other.
single. She realizes she don't need no man, and realizes she's a strong, independent woman.
She should get together with Pink.
Who's like a
She
powerful
should get together
god
with
Phoenix
Pink.
thing.
No,
I don't know.
Rosabella should get together with Pink.
Like,
I said what I
Enemies to
said.
lovers.
I said what I said.
like if
No, you're not seeing you're not seeing it, Jacob. You're not seeing it. You need to think about it.
guys, I have a better conclusion.
The guy should date.
It's two people who have huge egos.
What is your
So getting
conclusion?
together with each other, they'll balance each other out.
Wait,
You're
what
not
is your
seeing
conclusion?
it.
What is your conclusion, Ghosty?
They should all get restraining orders against each other. Court ordered at least 50 meters.
Rosabella just stops going to Royale Fairy Academy. She's like, I hate this school. I'm leaving.
Who do you think is going to get fined the most of all the people who have performed very
Blue-haired
illegal
guy.
and unconsensual actions? Who do you think is going to get the
Well,
most?
I mean, Rosabella did kiss someone when they clearly didn't want it.
Rosabella is the winner of restraining order.
Congratulations, Rosabella. You suck.
But
don't worry, the guy's not much better. He did interrupt the performance and then harass her, so you can
I just hopped in this chat while taking a break from editing, and now that I'm done complaining, I'm going to go back to that.
Oh wait, what are you editing?
And none of your business.
Oh, I wanna know. I wanna know though.
I'll tell you later.
Yay!
Well, thank you for voicing your opinions, Ghosty. We always love to have them. Enjoy the chat lurking.
And I do enjoy chat lurking in between periods of being.
Yeah. By the way,
Alright.
Yeah. One thing that Bond said to me before we started this video actually was I could do with some brain cell drops with some buddies, and that's very much what happened today. So.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I just hate the fact that this series has such a good production value, but this series is written on the same level as some of like the worst scotches we've seen. Like some of like the early pop stuff. It's written on some of that level sometimes.
Like,
the visuals are the stories what's important. I keep telling people that because it's 2019.
I heard this saying once, a good story will save bad visuals. But bad visuals will not save a terrible story. Good visuals will not save a terrible story.
Yeah. I don't know who said that, but
like, honestly, I think this creator is talented. The voice acting is pretty solid overall.
The animation is dubious.
I don't know. I mean, I think the animation. I feel like the animation overall is kind of decent. It's flawed. It's flawed.
Jim Henson puppet walking.
It's flawed, but I could look over some of the flaws in the animation if the story was like really nice and I loved the story. I don't like the story at all.
Exactly.
There. I'll give you special hot chocolate. Don't worry, Aiden.
Anyway,
is there cyanide in it? I need the cyanide.
Yeah, let's
me my son cyanide. Yes.
and my elder Granny Smith.
Hey KW, hand over Aiden's special hot chocolate. I'm going to put some apple seeds in it.
Yep, here you go.
Put a lot of apple seeds for me. I need a lot of it.
Beautiful. Down it. Anyway, we've heard from Ghosty. I think we've heard from KW, right? Did you have anything else to add or no?
I mean, the voice acting is not too bad. I think they could do better, honestly, but
like, I think it's some of the tones of the voice actors, they just don't hit correctly.
Yeah.
Even my autistic brain can narrowly miss when someone's, saying the right thing the wrong way.
But if this is their, like...
the one who did, like, the granny in this one.
Yeah, but, like, I mean...
Agreed.
I say it's just decent, just as in, like... I mean, it's not terrible. I have heard worse, but it's not that great either. And also the visuals are alright. I mean, they're not too bad. And just kind of wish the romance plot could have started from like the beginning and stuff like that. Let it build up.
The romance plot, I wish it just disappear at this point. I don't want this romance plot.
No, I'm just saying if there has to be like a romance side plot that actually could work, then build it up from like the beginning. Don't just start it now.
It kind of has been built up from the beginning, sort of. It's just been, it's very weird structurally. This show is a very mess from a structure standpoint, which I don't know. It kind of gives me vibes of the creator doesn't know what she wants. You know,
it feels forced. It feels very much forced, which I do not like, because like as someone who's been like writing stories and also been in like also in D&D campaigns because of my romance curse.
Yeah. If people don't know what Ken was referring to here is the fact that she seems to be cursed for like every character that she plays in D&D to have a romance arc of some kind.
I try not to let it happen. I was just like going in like, oh yeah, you know, doing this or yeah.
Your arrow ace, problem solved. They literally cannot.
I will say for the record that I think you were the person who brought it up first for Quest the Rising Sun. I will say that much.
Okay, fine, fair, but it's more fair. Like...
You know, just saying Doc could have tried to get with Nathaniel. That could have been a flaw.
Right, let's bring it back.
To quote Crudden from DBCA, I feel like a man dying of thirst, another man drown.
Right. Anyway, so what I'm saying is like, we built it up like from the beginning. We start like having character interactions. Start with character interactions. See how it plays out, and if you can see there's like a bond between them and stuff like that, then I say go for it. But if you don't really see that and trying to force it and stuff like that because that's how you want it to be, without actually focus on like will this actually work or not in the story, then it's going to fail miserably. Like that's why I think Twilight wasn't necessarily forced, but at the same time as I remember from the series, it did feel like a lot of romance stuff was very much forced.
I will say, Twilight is less a romance and more a story about a girl and her very passionate stalker. Am I wrong?
Well,
not really.
Also, you know, going back to like the primal instincts and the raw, powerful attraction between people that can't avoid being drawn to each other, which also means that they're as characters they don't blend together because they just have that physical attraction to each other. But whatever. So again, the same issue. There's actually like this less like improv based than D&D. Yeah, you still need to give the characters a solid foundation. Again, it still likes to write romance arcs for characters who aren't in improv settings. Yeah, you got to make them compatible, and also have their like actually develop, develop like a solid connection. And yeah, to some extent, Rosabelle and Eric in other episodes have had moments that are like that. I can see in certain scenes how you think like okay, they have a little bit of something going on, like the 7-7 I like you scene from last episode. What in isolation, fantastic. But when it comes into times like all these romantic cliches of like, oh yes, of course he gets super jealous or whatever, especially in wolf form, it kind of feels like either like a personal fantasy of the creator, or alternatively again too forced. As could ever say.
Yeah, just wish could have been a lot better. Honestly,
I feel like a lot of things done in this could have been done a lot better.
Yeah. Can we nuclear bomb it?
No, I'm afraid we can't.
Throw away the book. Add the throw away the book joke and then I'll take back.
Aiden, do you have thoughts?
I don't like this book. Be gone with you.
I don't like this. This is a bad story.
Well said. Well put. Well put.
Yeah, well, I said my thoughts out. This is kind of obvious how I feel.
There. Give me your hip pads. There.
Like, this was a filler, but not filler episode. This was skippable until the end, sort of, maybe.
Well,
they're so toxic to each other, though. Like, who would actually ship these characters? Like, I don't ship them.
Toxic people.
They're such a bad pair from each other. Like, the other guy who jokes around, is technically a better pairing than this guy.
And I'll tell you, people like this kind of stuff because they know it's toxic, but they don't care.
I don't know if the creator knows it's toxic, though.
You should watch
I don't know.
Love
Sometimes
Island.
the creators write stuff they don't realize.
The creator is writing this like a deadpan, serious, and straight. And proverbially, and literally, it is very, very heterosexual. And I mean that in a bad way.
Yeah, in like an r/are the straights okay way.
Are the straights okay? Jacob, are the straights okay?
They are not. No.
No, they are not.
Will straights ever be okay?
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. We'll keep up the Nathaniel and Hera story, and then we'll see if the straights.
Those straights are not okay either. It seems like Nathaniel is doing all of the work in that relationship.
What?
I'm very worried.
Hey, Hera's just having insecurities, alright? You girl on that low.
She has too many
Don't worry, Ghosty. I have considered this.
Are the straights okay? No, they're never okay.
I have considered this based on like the rearrangements, not to give spoilers away for season 3, but this has been a thought in my mind actually.
By the way, season 2 was so short, and I'm making a video about that sometime. I have a work.
I did advertise we were going to make a video last week, so people are prepared for that.
Yeah, I'm just not mentally ready to record all of the voice lines.
Oh, okay.
You could always do a
Hire
chat.
someone to voice over.
I'll do voiceover. Okay.
Okay.
I could either just do the regular voice, or I could try to imitate you. Hi, my name is.
Okay, can we get no! End the street! Right now!
I'm
Right now!
Ghosty.
Please!
What's up?
And I'm not okay, and I'm also straight.
Well,
that's my voice line. Anyway,
No, I want to hear Aiden's imitation of me.
Hi.
we can do that a different time.
Hi, I'm Ghosty. This is my generic female voice when I'm not doing Valley Girl. Hi.
You still sound Val.
You sound like one!
Aiden's Ghosty impression sounds like my Aiden
Yeah,
impression.
listen.
Jacob, just
Listen,
end the
I already
street.
have a high
Just
voice.
end it.
I go
End
much
it.
higher without
My
like
thoughts,
Mickey
yeah,
Mouse.
Yeah, neither have I, neither have I, KW.
Oh, I didn't know! I'm
Been
sorry!
waiting ever so patiently, making sure everyone else has a turn.
I'm sorry, I
Anyway,
didn't know!
It's Vaughn's turn.
Is it my turn?
Yes,
Jacob, you
your
sure you don't want to
turn.
go first?
Oh no, I'll
right.
wrap it up afterwards. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm giving my opinion as someone who is just joining this series for the first time. Now, there's a lot of things. I mean, I guess I feel like I'm going to be reviewing stuff that I'm sure has been talked about in previous episodes, but animation, while it is cool at times, I mean, I like the way the characters are speaking and the way the model is made. I like the custom made costumes. The custom backgrounds are absolutely gorgeous. That being said, the animation style is like strange at times. Like the walk cycles are wonky. The way they turn is weird. Like the way they turn, like when they stretch in some places and shrink in other places, is really strange. Definitely gives me When Winter Strikes vibes.
Jim Henson puppet walking.
There is no
Yeah.
Winter Strikes Back in Boss Scene said.
Yeah. The lighting was strange at times. The shadows weren't properly blurred as they should have been. Shadows at times were squished on the floor. The logic of this world, like the doors, is a bit strange. I feel like it could have been. Don't get me wrong, it is adapted well. I just think that there could have been more that could have been done to adapt this world a little bit better, like the kaleidoscope sky, or hello, are we going to talk about that? As for the story, I mean, I can't comment that much on it because I haven't been in the loop for the first 7 episodes. But from what I've seen, yes, I agree with what everyone is saying, because everyone in this call has been talking primarily about the story, which is that it's toxic. And I feel like you say that you don't want the love stuff to be happening. It's fine with it happening. I just feel like there's wrong prioritization happening here.
Yeah.
The importance is the story and not the love the love triangle that's been going on. I just genuinely don't like Eric as a character because he fails to learn from his mistakes. I just think that there's just wrong prioritization happening here. It's focusing way too much on the love stuff and not enough on the actual story, which I feel like is what is getting people interested in this series in the first place. Overall, it's okay. I mean, it definitely falls into the same problem of visuals very much outweighing the story, and that's a problem, and it's never going to be it's never not going to be okay. It's never not going to be wrong. So if it can just improve its story and focus a little bit less on the love stuff and maybe improve its visuals, then I feel like this could turn into a much better series than it's presenting right now. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, before I go to my part,
Wow, Tripa, you're so late. We just finished.
Oh no. She was early before actually, but then left because she got tired and wanted to go to sleep, and now I guess
She left 4 times.
Yeah.
Welcome to the live of Tree Pop, everybody. What do you expect?
Yeah. That's the name of the series, Live Tree Pop and Trust Pop. Anyway, so for me actually, a curious thing that I've noticed from last time in episode 7, when we introduced all of these like new elements, you know, the whole chosen one aspect, the Azurans, the curse area, whatever that was called, all the roots and all that stuff, and then like the tour, going to different kingdoms, which is where we are now at this point. All of that we said before seemed to be, you know, additional stuff because the same day they seem to run out of ideas or like not have enough story beforehand. It felt weird to have that shift happen towards what is perceived to be the middle portion of the series. Again, we don't know how long it's going to go on for, but based on like previous patterns, it's implied to be the middle. But again, we don't know for sure. But whatever. It seems weird to do it at this particular point. And now, with episode 8, given the alternative, it seems that now we are craving that stuff a lot more. In an ideal world, we would have had this kind of story potentially from the beginning to avoid the disappointment of having to deal with Rosabelle not being as much of a commoner as we actually thought, and you know, not normalizing normal people, as Bond said before.
Right.
But also, and also, you not have to deal, and also have the romance be the subplot it's meant to be, rather than because beforehand at this point the romance was basically the entirety of the story. Aside from like a little bit of political drama behind the scenes with like the king and queen to do with like, you know, Pink supposedly like that, like, you know, being destined to marry Prince Adrian, and also teaming up with Eric apparently, which there's also a plot point that hasn't been resolved yet in order to achieve that goal in the further keep Adrian from Rosabella, which is somewhat happening but also somewhat not happening. But yeah, then we added all this new stuff that seems far more important to address and far more interesting now. And it's like, well, we've gone from thinking it was too random to actually craving that instead of, because we've realized, oh wait, actually it ended up being something that was much needed in the end, even though at the time we thought it was unnecessary. Now we have to somewhat retract that and say like, no, please, more of this, because otherwise we're stuck with Eric. And we don't want to be stuck with Eric.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting how that, you know, the tide that can shift from one episode to another, and I guess that was ultimately what episode 7 tried to do, shift something over from one episode to the next and change the tone of the series. It just then took our minds hostage, being like, well, you don't like what we're doing now? Well, guess what? You want to go back to this? You want to go back to this? Like, no,
please, we're sorry, bring it back, please. Yeah, that's definitely fair.
Yeah. So, how about that Flower Kingdom, eh? How about Rosabella's new powers?
Yes, that's amazing. That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah.
Please, just a moment without Eric on screen. Spare us, please.
By the way, speaking of new powers, Ghosty, what do you think of the description of this video?
Enough said.
Thinking that you would show up to the stream.
Enough said.
You said you read the descriptions.
Like,
she said nothing and yet said so much.
I read the description. And I just already know this is gonna go downhill fast.
Another thing that I've just briefly forgot to add is the voice acting, because as you could tell based on my my vocal sarcasm as people were saying the voice acting was all right. The voice acting was all right. There were just like certain things like the pauses between laughs was really really awkward.
Well,
Like
okay,
the fact people would
here's
pause
the thing,
and then I'm talking. Thank you. The pauses between laughs is really weird, and also like the out of sync writing is odd. But I feel like the saving grace was our king character. I believe his name is Kai, who would voice crack every time he was panicking, and I found that to be the funniest thing about this video.
But
Aiden, you may now speak.
No, I was gonna say the thing about the pauses, like the pause before the laugh, that's more of an editing thing because that was like a character laughing in response to someone. That's more of an editing and pacing thing instead of like from a audio editing standpoint, like an animation, animating standpoint, than a voice actor, because the voice actor probably just recorded the laugh, and it's like, oh, you didn't implement my laugh properly.
Yeah, the voice acting was fine. It's just the editing. The editing was strange.
Well then, so does that mean everyone have said your final thoughts then?
Yes.
Seems so.
Cool.
We've all satisfied with how many brain cells that we've destroyed, or with friends.
Oh, I am very satisfied. Yeah. I lost a good amount this time.
The goal has been achieved.
I lost it ages ago when singing songs. Yeah.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
It was gone with KW's belting ability.
Or suffer neuron decay.
Look, I tried building.
It was gone with the wind, like KW's belting abilities.
Okay, that's it. I will do any redos if need be. All right, I will blast that music so loud my ears will be bleeding.
Okay, no, I'll okay. Once we cut the cameras, I'll send you. I'll send you like the take the bits that I've done up until now. I got to like the first chorus.
Woo! Yay!
Like, if anything, we need to teach KW how to build.
What?
Well, first we have to decide if she can. Like, that's what we're trying to figure out here.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Actually, I can. If people want to stay behind for this, actually, I can render it and like add it as music into Restream so we can all hear it at the same time.
Oh no!
No. Should we all vote?
Okay, I'm putting up a vote. Vote for yes.
Like or dislike because your opinion
matters. Subscribe if you haven't done so already.
And on that note, until next time, farewell.
Farewell.
Kaka.